Yeah, thank you so much for listening to the Cooligans. In the first segment, we talk a lot about Vieira going. He's leaving us just like that dad who never loved me. We also talk a couple of things about the game, but mostly it's me complaining about Vieira.
In the second segment, we're hanging out in Miami for the Neymar Jr. 5 championship, the final in the U.S. with Aaron West of Copa90 U.S. Aaron was dope, super chill, got that Killmonger haircut, flexing on everybody, and we had a great conversation with him.
And the third segment, that's right, we got 3 segments. We go over every World Cup group. We break down every nitty gritty. No, we don't. All we do is tell you who we think is going to advance. And yo, if you're Mexican, I suggest you listen because you're going to be mad, big mad. That and more on this episode of the Cooligans.
Hey, this is Alexi Lawless. There is nobody in U.S. soccer that is more important than the Cooligans.
Yeah, baby. Come on.
Wow, you sounded like AC/DC right now.
Yeah, did I?
Yeah, like,
Well, I'm excited. World Cup, baby.
World Cup is, it's a couple days
It's
away.
upon us.
This is how excited I am. I'm like, all right,
Yeah, I guess World Cup is
oh,
here.
wait, let me check my calendar. Is that, oh, yeah, that is coming up. Okay.
You don't want to see your 11 favorite MLS players take part in the world's greatest?
Yeah, I think 10 of them are LAFC players.
Yeah.
They're all going to the World Cup.
Bob Bradley's playing for Cameroon. Yeah. Oh, come on.
Wouldn't be surprised. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Yeah,
My
the most corrupt world championship on the most corruptible podcast.
Daz and Corrupt. Yeah, those are 2 of my favorite rappers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And me, I'm just taking envelopes. Come on.
Everybody at the World Cup is going to be crip walking. It's going to be dope.
Like, that's what's up?
Yo, what's good? What's cracking? Hello, my name is Cristian Polanco.
Si es, y mi nombre es Alexis Guerreros, ya tú sabes.
Ya tú sabes,
Ño.
señores.
For all my people in Miami, we just came back from Miami. We living.
That's right.
You peeling, and you look like you didn't gain a stitch of melanin, my guy.
Okay. I think gain a stitch of melon. I've never even heard that phrase before.
Everybody says it. My grandmother has that tattoo, which, again... Abuela, why you got tattoos?
Well, you look like you are, you've gained so much that you're busting at the seams. So the stitches are breaking.
What?
You know what I mean? Meaning you ate a lot in Miami.
Screeching to a halt.
Welcome to the Cooligans, everybody.
Yeah, where we fat shame and skin shame.
Yeah.
Come on.
Welcome to the show. We are the Cooligans. We are your 2 favorite stand-up comedians that host the funniest soccer podcast.
It's not just that, though.
It isn't just that.
It's also the Gulliest. Blah, 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 blah.
That's right. This podcast is, we do this podcast in an open carry state.
Yes.
You know how it is?
This podcast is an open carry state. I stay in an open carry state of mind. Well, I think we just got too influenced by Florida.
I think so. Yeah. We,
and also, just before this, you ate somebody's face. So
Sure. That's right. But I was standing my ground. So, really.
We want our fans to know that he took the face off and dehydrated it and powdered it, and then he drank it, okay? So we're staying on brand into 2018.
You know it. I'm not just going to eat a human being just straight up, just the flesh.
Just muscle and skin and fat. Nah, yo.
Nah, dog.
You don't want to see your epidermis while he's eating.
Put that body in a juicer.
Yeah, my guy. You guys got a dehydrator? Anybody want to make some face jerky?
Oh, man. So, yes, we are also the Gulliest Soccer Podcast.
We are.
That's
blah,
right.
Blah.
So we keep it real all day.
Correct.
And look, there's a lot happening, but the World Cup is coming up, but we have to talk about things that are more important than the Mundial, right?
Yeah.
Because
other bits of news have risen to the top recently.
Yes.
And also, what did I tell you? Told you so.
Look, once we found out that the United States was not going to be a part of the World Cup, is it really even a World Cup anymore?
It's
not
basically Europa now to MLS.
It is the
Champions
This is
League.
the Europa World Cup, which is a weird way to phrase it, but that's you know what I'm talking about.
We ain't worried about it right now. We got other things on the table, like like managers swearing they're not leaving and then leaving, and also what I tell you.
It's really just look when it comes to Alexis in particular, abandonment is not a good thing to do to him.
Nah, son, I'm a loyal dude. You need to be loyal back.
You know, when there's a father figure, you know, some would say a father figure that promised.
Papa?
How do you say dad in French? It's like père or something like that. So it sounds like it's like the word pair. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Wow.
But I think I'm kind of close. So the Patrick Vieira, who promised who is also Alexis's dad, and he promised
my dad.
He was not going to go anywhere. He said all these stories, look,
fuck what you heard.
It's I was like, you gonna believe her? Over me?
Over me?
I've been with you all this time.
I swear I'm not going anywhere. I'll be right back. I just gotta go visit family.
I just gotta go get a quick baguette out in France.
Yeah.
I swear I'll be right back.
I gotta go get some cigarette holders. Those long ass joints.
Yes.
For when I paint.
But I don't smoke though. You know I quit that nasty habit years ago.
I quit a long time ago, but I just gotta go get some. It's very important. It's for my family here. So
look, Patrick Vieira of New York City Football
surprised
Club.
nobody, because I've been telling y'all from the beginning when the rumor started, he gone.
Yeah, and
he went to France to visit family. Oh, what a coincidence! What a coinky dink, my guy.
Look, so Vieira officially out as head coach of NYCFC after weeks of we talked about it a couple weeks ago. After weeks of denial. Just constantly denying. There were people who were, remember when we were at Kicking and Screening, we were talking to people that had Glenn Crooks, who had gone to the training with one of the training sessions and asked Vieira
gullible
directly.
Oh, what is he good? What are you? So you have to believe he's lying to me. That's literally what I'm saying he did to you.
Okay, I don't want to call him gullible, but
that's gullible. He believed he wasn't lying. He said if that's true, then he lied to my face. He lied to your face, dog.
He reported what he was told.
What he was told was a lie. What I'm saying is you need to use a bit more common sense.
Then all the reporters, like at the White House, in the conference room,
they call Sarah Saunders Huckabee out for lying.
Okay, so that's what.
And it's hard to tell because she cross-eyed. So you never know if she's looking at you in the eyes.
We need some cutthroat journalists out that are out here for facts and not going to take any of this garbage.
Been saying it.
But look,
how you feel about this?
But hold on. But we did speak to a lot of people, and they did say, and we have to.
That they were gullible. They admitted
nobody's not anything gullible. They spoke to Patrick Vieira directly, and he would either he just lied in a very convincing way, or maybe phrased something in a way that was like a truth by omission, right? One of those things, and it sounded like okay,
that's clearly what he did.
Yes, I understand that, but I'm sort of addressing the reports of people saying that he wasn't going to leave. If they're just reporting what Vieira said, then I mean, I think it's a little harsh to call them gullible. We're all gullible, if that's the case.
I can't use my phone right at this moment, but pull up the group chat because he said the reports that I left, that I'm leaving. You can just hit there and hit details. The reports that I'm leaving is like, I didn't sign anything. Nothing's been signed, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm happy to be here. It makes me smile because, of course, there's no contract being signed or anything like that. Being signed. Apparently it was, Vieira said, after NYCFC training this last week. This is the wrong information. I'm here like always. I'm really happy. I really enjoy my work. I really enjoy being a part of this football club. I'm just focused and concentrating about our next game. It makes me smile because, of course, there's no contract being signed or anything like that.
Yeah, maybe.
So what you got to say?
He also, let's go word by word. He is not currently, when he said this, he was not currently signing a contract.
There's no contract being signed means there will none be in the future either.
Oh, no, that's not what that means.
That's 100% what that means.
There's no contract.
There is no contract being signed.
At the moment, currently.
He didn't say that.
Actually, right now, currently, as we're doing this podcast, I am not signing a contract.
You don't know that. Verbally, you might be, yeah.
So
You might be agreeing to do some
signature.
shit.
Well, there's a difference between a signature and just going on a verbal agreement.
Here's what I'm saying: is he alluded to the fact that he wasn't going anywhere by
Of
saying, I
course,
like being
it's
here.
not. This is not the correct thing to say.
At the end of the day, I'm fine with him leaving because it's obviously a big step up for his career. But people like you who are sitting here going, "Thank you so much for everything you've done." This is like a girl leaves you for a guy with a bigger package, and you're like, "Well, I guess thank you for the honor of letting me, be with you."
Because he works at UPS and I work at FedEx. Well, what kind of
That's right. He carries a heavier load, is what I'm saying. Maybe he has a lift on the back of the truck.
Oh, okay.
Clearly, what I'm saying has got nothing to do with penis size. But what I'm saying is like a girl leaves you for a richer guy or anyone, just anyone. Thank you so much.
All right. Two things. I'm not. It's you can't just call the reporters gullible after they're reporting what Vieira said. So that's all I'm saying. That's what I'm defending the reporters for reporting what he said.
Nah, they gullible because they're like, oh, well,
he
clearly.
lied. He misled.
Oh, okay. Now you're saying he lied.
I've always said that. I've always said that.
You said he said truth by omission.
Yes, but
so you can't lie and tell truth by omission at the same time.
I said maybe there were things that he omitted. I'm saying, but I didn't say that he did not lie. I'm not defending Vieira's comments. I'm saying I'm defending the reporters for reporting what he said.
Okay, you can report what he said, but then what do you say after that? I think he's leaving. You got to do your research. You got to go in and say like my instinct tells me.
The research they asked Vieira. They were like, "Hey, are you leaving?" He's like, "Nah, I'm not leaving."
Oh yeah, what are you gonna? Hey, did you rob a bank? No, I didn't. Well, he says he didn't rob it, so that's tick 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 bing. That's it. Done with the report. That's not how reporting works.
Alexis,
journalism.
That is exactly how reporting works.
That is not how reporting works.
To the damn source.
You quote him and then you give what you think or what you've been able to find. What the truth is.
It's not Sean Hannity reporting. He's not. It's not an opinion piece. These are journalists. Okay,
so journalists don't just go based on quotes. You still have to do the research.
And what was the research?
Who are your sources? Go get sources.
What was the research? Right. The
research was. I asked him. He said he's not leaving. That's not the way it works.
There was more than that because the reports. There were conflicting reports from out of the Marquette or whatever from the French newspapers.
You're giving these people too much credit. Okay?
You're giving them. You're calling them gullible.
Yes, they were gullible in this situation. I don't understand why that's a big deal.
It's because
there's moments where you're gullible. This one's one of them. When you agreed to do this podcast, you were gullible. You had no idea what it was going to be like to work with me.
It's harsh. That's harsh.
I don't think it's harsh.
If I ask Vieira, "Yo, you leaving?" He's like, "Nah, I'm not leaving." And I report that. Then how am I gullible?
I think if you asked every one of those reporters, they told you they didn't complete their job. I bet you none of them feel comfortable with the fact that they were like, "Well, we said he's staying, so I'm comfortable with that." Because who was it that was like, "Well, then you have to believe he lied to my face"? Who said that? I can't remember who said that.
I don't know. I mean, the people I know that asked him the question were Glenn Crooks and Christian Arrayos from The Athletic.
Somebody said, I think it was Christian Arrayos, if you believe that he actually is leaving, then you also have to believe that he lied to my face. And from that moment, I've been saying,
yes,
my guy, he lied to your face. And you were like, no, maybe not. And then when he left, you were like, thank you for your time here and blah, blah, blah. Look, I'm not mad at him for taking a job at Nice. That's clearly, it's his home in France. It's clearly a step up from NYCFC. I mean, he's out of the, Manchester City sort of system. So maybe he believed he didn't have a future. I'm not here to judge him on that. It is what it is. He moved on. I'm not going to hold it against him. But don't sit here and tell me I need to appreciate the time he spent here because all of a sudden, or appreciate him.
Who's telling you to appreciate anything?
This is the insinuation. Everyone's like, oh, but at least he came here. At what point are we going to stop allowing ourselves to be just these, these also rans or these like a little, but he spit in my mouth, but there was a morsel of food in there and I'm hungry. No, that's it. I'm done. Yo, why are you leaving midway? And Taylor Twellman's wrong. Who cares that it's the middle of the season? Then you go over there middle of the season. And I get that that's not the way that job is going to work. And I get that that's not okay. I understand that we're always going to be ass out because of this. But at some point.
Because of the MLS schedule.
Yes.
That's the only reason. It's nothing personal against any club in MLS.
If you're a club that's in contention for the playoffs now.
The Nice job is a better job. So no one would turn it down.
But then you still have the right to be upset. Yo, if the
nobody's telling you to not be upset.
You're mad at me that I'm upset right now.
No. I'm not mad at you. I'm saying the difference. I think the only place where we differ is that I'm grateful. I feel a sense of gratitude for him coming to this club and having the team play so well and having the team finish second place 2 years in a row. I'm grateful for that. You don't have to be. Nobody's telling you how you should feel. But that's how I feel.
Fine, I'm telling you should not be as grateful.
Sure.
So now I'm the one dictating what people be. Because here's my thing. We finished second place. Yo, we didn't win nothing. No. Where's the trophy cabinet? We played better than before. That was your job. Your job was to play better than before. And yeah, we played better than when we had Jason Christ, right?
Yes.
NYCFC played better. Anyone, if Tata Martino left right now, Atlanta United fans, if he left for Barcelona again, you'd be like, I understand. Every one of us would make the same decision. But yo, I'm upset because middle of the season you left, and now we're like, we got this dude Dominic Torrent, which everyone seems to be happy about it. But what are we gonna do? Teach him English and how MLS works all in the next 2 weeks that we have a break because of World Cup? NYCFC fans should be irate that he left, even if you understand why. Sure. Even if D were to leave me right now for the exact same thing that she has.
She might leave you for a really just a bad temper. And just anger,
someone with a normal temper.
Anger issues, yeah.
That's fine. But if she did, I would sit there and go, okay, it sucks. I'm upset. I understand why you did it. I kind of wish it didn't. And it sucks.
Okay. All right. I mean, look, nobody's telling you to not be upset.
I can't believe people are like, thank you, blah, blah, blah. Why are you thanking a dude who just left you? Thank him at the end of the season. Thank him when time has passed. Focus on what you got to focus on right now. I could understand someone like a David Villa saying thank you for everything. I could understand players because he did help out. Ben Sweat in particular, right? Someone like that, I could totally understand. Totally.
All right. I mean, I think every NYCFC fan is this is a complicated situation, and I think
it's not that complicated.
I think everyone is
be furious. Get it out on your podcast, guys.
I think everyone has. There are people who are grateful and happy that he was here, and there's people that are upset that he's leaving. I think both are correct points of view. I'm fine with both of them. I am also bothered that he left in the middle of the season. As a fan of the team. Is it cool to have this kind of disarray, even though he's going to, I wish him the best and whatever, but still it leaves the team in a place of some kind of confusion. Now they announced it. There was a huge debacle, right? And NYCFC.
Yeah, Manchester City announced it first.
I don't even know exactly what happened. I
think it's just the timing. I think they were both set to announce it in the morning, but because of the
time difference,
the time zone, their morning was our afternoon, and it was like, oh, look at that.
Yeah, they announced it on their website. About NYCFC, which makes no sense. Why is Manchester
City even announced it?
Look, I think they meant to. I think it was just like a WordPress scheduling issue. I mean, and this is the world we're in nowadays, where like the social media person or whoever's posting this article
clicked on the wrong account.
Yeah, they clicked on the wrong date or scheduled it for the wrong time because Man City posted it on their website that Patrick Vieira was leaving. This was on, I think, Sunday afternoon when they posted this, something like that, Sunday morning. So NYCFC, you look like in England, it's showing. Patrick Vieira was leaving, and in NYCFC, it's just like, here are the top 3 goals of the week.
Yeah. Boy, isn't this thing that happened at the training zone, a little wacky.
So it looked really bad, and it just seemed like it was a poor mistake. There were clearly a lot of rumors. Everybody was saying the game against Atlanta United was going to be Patrick Vieira's last game, and it was one of those things that wasn't kept under wraps well enough.
No, everyone knew what was happening, and it seems like everyone except me is happy about
it. Yeah, everyone is absolutely happy about
Apparently.
No, there's so many
from the Cooligans account, you were like, "Thanks for the time here." I wanted to delete that. I want to be like, "Get the fuck out of here." You could say that at the end of the year. Saying that in the middle of the season when someone your coach leaves you, I think I don't know.
Okay.
I think it's weak.
Well, delete it, Alexis.
I'm not going to delete it. You said it. People liked it. So I was like, all right, better than what I was going to do.
Like, just showing, wishing him the best on his journey. But I thought.
Yeah, don't let the door hit you on the way out.
I was speaking from a personal level. I mean, even for you.
He's a legend.
He's a legend.
On my favorite European team.
So, and now that's it? All love is lost? Alexis?
No, not all love is lost. But if your hero, who's your favorite? Who's your hero from when you grew up?
Meryl Streep.
Damn, son.
That's it. What?
That's it.
You got something to say about that?
I mean, what? Go ahead, judge me.
Okay, because she is a goddess.
Yo, and let me tell you something. Gorgeous.
Okay, one of the greatest actresses of our time. Okay, so don't you dare slander this woman. She can leave and go back to France whenever she pleases.
Yeah. She's very nice from what I've met. She's always been nice to me. All right, so for real, Meryl Streep.
It doesn't matter. Penny Hardaway was one of my favorite players ever.
Penny Hardaway all of a sudden becomes your friend. Dope, right?
Homie.
Oh my God. You and Anthony.
That's right.
Just hanging out, 2-person bike. Okay.
Tandem bike.
Oh yeah, fine.
Tandem.
Right? Tandem, 2-person bike, whatever you want to call it. Right? Every day. Let me tell you about my best friend. You guys are just hanging out, going and getting Soylents together. Okay.
That's right.
You know what I mean? At the deli. Yo, let me get that with extra mayo. I don't know how you order. Yo, Habibi. Don't be putting the brown lettuce in my Soylent. All right? That's you and Anthony, right?
That's right.
And then one day he punches you in the face for no reason.
For no reason.
For no reason whatsoever.
Okay, this analogy is really
just listen to
so
me.
on point.
Are you upset with Anthony?
For him punching me for no reason, of course. I'm
okay. Would you be mad? Would you say something?
I mean, but was I asking for it? Alexis?
Regardless, just don't forget that. Would you? You burnt the steak.
was I egging him on? All right.
That's it. He punched you in the face. You'd be upset. Maybe you need some time before you're able to say, you know what? It was actually really cool being your friend this whole time. That's what you did. You got punched in the face, and you were like, "What a great friendship we had."
Right.
That was your immediate response.
You're still mourning. Okay. I think maybe I'm just an adult who can process their emotions a little bit, quicker than you can.
Or maybe you just don't think of yourself as that important. So when something like this happens, you go, "You know what? It was just great that I had the chance."
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Patrick Vieira leaving. Patrick Vieira leaving NYC it has some direct reflection on how important I feel I am.
Your self-confidence
as a person.
Yeah, your self-worth.
Whoa.
Yeah. I just want to thank you for letting me smell your hair. It's okay that you throw a drink at me. That's exactly what you're saying right
Welcome to the Cooligans Low Self-Esteem Podcast.
Yeah, did we mention? Yeah, we did say our names. I just want to make sure we didn't just go down this rabbit hole for no reason without saying who we are.
Oh, man. Okay, so look.
So I think of myself as way more important than that. I'm not a sister club. That's all how I feel about myself,
Okay.
You're okay. You're like, well, it was just beautiful that you stopped here.
Thanks
for stopping in our little town.
Look, I'm respecting the dude himself.
I respect him
over, and that's what I'm acknowledging. Now I'm upset that he's leaving. I'm upset at the coach that was in place leaving mid-season. I think that's ridiculous. But
so we're on the same page.
But if 100 times out of 100, any MLS coach gets an offer from Europe, it'd be ridiculous if he didn't take it. It'd be absurd if he didn't take the job.
I mean, that's not true. Not everywhere.
More money.
Not always true.
Not always true.
I mean, it's one of the big leagues. Yeah, but not all of Europe is big. I mean, Scandinavian leagues. It's not a step up.
Well, then why leave? Why leave if it's not going to be? I'm saying if the opportunity to go to a big club like Nice,
this is a big opportunity, and I'm happy for him personally.
Okay,
but he still did us dirty. That's all. And I'm acknowledging. I'm focusing on the you did me dirty.
All right. Yeah. Both.
My best friend steals money from me. Let me tell you something. It's going to be sad. It's going to be sad that they were no longer friends.
Oh, the comparison is always something just egregious. He just took
what do you want? Somebody left you for someone else. This is a breakup.
Okay. All right.
He looked at somebody else is like, yo, that's better.
All right.
You're not winning with Nice.
Are you talking about soccer or like your life? Because it's
come back to me, Carol. No, look, he's not winning with Nice. He's not winning the Serie, the Ligue 1. He's definitely not winning the Serie A.
I imagine he does.
I mean, if he did, you have a better chance of winning Serie A than you have Ligue 1. You're not winning it, okay? PSG is there. They got so much more money than you. You're not winning it. He went using them as a stepping stone to another European league. So he moved on somewhere that doesn't even have a chance to win on a little risk, on a little hope, when right here, in the last year, he's got 39 wins. This is number one.
Number two.
Who's got more wins? Toronto? No, not because of the amount of losses this year.
No, Atlanta is currently leading the country.
Number two.
Number two.
No. I mean, I'm talking about if you take the last 12 months.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's got whatever. He's in the top in wins.
He's a good coach.
He doesn't have 39 wins this season, is what I'm saying. In the last
two.
If you go back, never mind.
You said number one of the last 2 years.
In the last year.
And he's not.
12 months. Not this season, in the last 12 months.
The last 12 months. Okay, sure. Whatever. All right, Alexis.
All I'm saying is he left a great opportunity for what he thought. Grass ain't always greener, my guy.
Yeah,
wait till Balotelli shows up at your house and says, I drove here because my car's on fire, and the car's on fire in your front lawn. Wait for that to happen.
That's very likely. Yeah.
How did you get here? So was your car on fire before you left? I'm very confused.
There's gonna be. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of group therapy necessary for Balotelli. He's not an easy guy to coach. But so NYCFC they announced on Monday that Patrick Vieira was leaving, and then they gave themselves about 5 hours, and they announced it. What? They took a deep breath.
That was rough. Anyway, so let's announce it.
And then hit enter, and then went with all the media stuff for the new coach.
And here's what the fans believe. The fans believe that the general manager or the vice president of NYCFC got an email saying, here's who your new coach is.
Yeah, this is not up to you. Yeah. So Dominic Torrent, he is Pep Guardiola's right-hand man at Manchester City. He's been with him for the last 11 years at Bayern Munich and at Barcelona.
He previously managed Girona. In La Liga.
I thought he was going for the Girona job, but didn't get it.
No, he got it and he got fired. That was the last time he was a manager.
Okay, so he, but clearly an experienced dude. We heard from our sources that David Villa is actually very, very happy with this hire.
And if you want to know who our sources are, keep in mind that we host David Villa's media channel.
So it might have been David Villa directly.
I'm not saying
it is or isn't. We can't report our sources.
Look, no contact, contracts have been signed as we speak.
Exactly.
It makes me smile that you even suggest that.
I mean, I know we seem very gullible by saying that.
We're gullible, okay? So come at us, cat.
But it sounds. I think they work together at Barcelona. I assume so. Yeah, with Pep. So,
but apparently David Villa allegedly is very excited by his assignment. So the new manager and all of the staff that he's bringing. Apparently he's very excited by all of this. So
yeah.
If that's something that's important to you, that your superstar player be happy, then boom.
Yeah, I think the only concern that some people have apparently a Big Dom does not speak English very well, or I don't know at what level he currently is at, but he currently he's been at Manchester City for was it Pep's second year, so this has been a little over a year, and you would think that he picked something up, but I think
you can't work in Manchester City, in Manchester, and not pick up a little bit. So I just don't think he's like in those tough moments where like your brain is racing. You're not going to be like, "Ay, ¿cómo se dice?" He's just going to yell it in Spanish, and hopefully everyone except Ben Sweat knows what's happening. Or he can just
do what Tata does and have a translator, and Tata's been fine. There's no issue with that.
If you were a translator, let's say for me, and I yelled, would you have to yell as well?
Would I have to yell?
Yeah, is that part of the job? Do you have to also show the same emotion? Or
no, the translators don't do that. They shouldn't. It's not professional.
I think they should. That'd be great if they had like full-blown acting translators.
I mean, yelling a Guerrerant in Spanish or in English.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Get going.
Yeah, it would just be
just two people yelling in different languages. That would be great.
Yeah, it's just like whatever. They'll just think like the club is just run by maniacs.
That's like Angry Obama. Remember that Key and Peele thing?
Yes. Yeah, I do remember.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. Kind of glad you brought it up. So I personally, am I allowed to be happy that he is the new coach or no?
I'll let you know when I'm done being upset.
Please let me know, because I want to tread very carefully.
Yeah, I mean, this seems like a good hire, except the guy knows not a goddamn thing about MLS. When he gets here and he's like, I don't like this player, go find me one. And they're like, Buddy, I don't know how to explain this to
Sure.
you.
Well, look, Vieira adjusted.
I hope he comes in. He's like, I like to explain.
Little
Very
Unai.
exciting to be here. Explain.
Vieira adapted to it quite nicely. I think Claudio Reyna and the NYCFC staff are going to handle that just fine.
Oh, did they? Did he with I don't know, a preseason? Did he have a nice handle on it by then? By the time the season began?
Yeah.
Let me see. Is that preseason longer than a week and a half? And also, you're moving.
Look, the team looks good right now.
Welcome to a city you've
You
never
think he's
been
gonna
to.
ruin? You think he's gonna ruin it? Like, you think he's gonna ruin? the
I don't
chemistry?
think it might even be his fault if it collapses. That's a lot to ask of someone. That's a lot to ask of a team.
Okay.
Hey, you know that guy you all rallied behind? He's gone. Here's your new dad. I don't look. That's not their fault. That's not his fault if they collapse. This guy, this guy was doing nothing and it was enjoying it. Every once in a while, he'd get up, he'd whisper in Pep Guardiola's ear, "You're doing a great job." Yeah. Consider moving the right
Wow.
back up. He does not a goddamn thing.
What a good gig.
Let me tell you something. I think I could do it. Todo muy bueno. Everyone's having a lot of fun winning a lot. You know that you don't have to say much.
Here's your championship ring. You earned it.
Pep, do you need a Coke or anything? Or, that's honestly that's the job this guy had.
I'm pretty
and
sure.
now he has to manage an entire team, and he has to figure out
Well, all right.
what the hell TAM means or YTF.
I'm pretty sure assistant coaching is a little bit more involved than let's not be so dismissive.
I
of
mean,
it.
look, if someone's listening to this and doesn't realize it's jokes, then I mean, why have you been listening this whole time?
Saying it's just like because it. Look, we all know. I think the listeners. It's hard to decide whether Alexis is joking or if he's actually angry at something. So it's just.
Do I laugh when I'm angry?
Yes, you do.
I laugh all the time. You're right. Actually, you're right on that one. Look, an assistant coach does a lot. It's not the same level of responsibility as a head coach.
and
or a
that's
manager.
really the difference. It's not the same level of responsibility. So the
Hey, Pep, you look great today. It's a lot of that.
yeah.
You killing in that Stone Island jacket. You want me to stay up here a little longer so it looks like we're confused? Or I mean, we're winning 17-0.
Sure, I'm sure.
I'll go sit down whenever you want.
I'm sure his yearly his annual review must be included.
Hey, Pep, I actually just got up to stretch the hammies. We're good. I just felt the need to whisper something in your ear.
So we'll see. They haven't. He hasn't done.
Hey, Pep, Patrick Vieira just left. NYCFC.
Is it okay?
I'm breaking. I just read it on Manchester City's website.
I get the notifications on, so I see it.
I know the season's over. There's no reason for me to show up at your house, whisper in your ear. But
is it okay? Is it okay if I leave? Por favor.
Hey, Pep, your wife seems to be enjoying this very much. I don't know why I'm in the room while this is happening.
I don't feel comfortable giving pointers here. Honestly.
Do you want me to drop a play for you or anything? It seems to be. Oh, you're putting on the move?
Yeah. I mean, you seem to be handling it quite well.
Your first touch so far has been impeccable.
Okay, so they haven't introduced.
Why do you listen?
They haven't introduced the new coach. We'll see what happens. World Cup is coming up this week. So
Who hasn't?
NYCFC, they haven't introduced him. He hasn't done like a press conference. I think they're still waiting.
Yeah.
They're still waiting for a work permit. And
For the plane to land?
for the plane to land.
He's got to get here.
Yeah, he has to get here. I'm saying that I don't think he can travel here without the work permit, right? Or I guess he can. Yeah, he can.
He can come here. He just can't take the job.
Yes. So they're sorting that out. They have to go through Trump. They have to go through Brexit. There's a lot of red tape.
It's a lot.
The red tape is
Canada's
Trump.
upset. Everyone.
The red tape is mostly Trump's tie. Very long tie.
Yeesh.
So look, we'll see what happens. I think this is going to be a little bit drawn out and delayed. I don't know when. This will most likely happen at the end of next week, where they've formally introduce him. But I think this move for Vieira has affects the landscape of Major League Soccer, right? If Vieira goes to Nice and succeeds, let's say he wins Ligue 1, this opens up so many more opportunities for the marketplace of for Major League Soccer.
Now you're wrong.
Really, I'm wrong.
Yeah, because they're going to be like, oh, Patrick Vieira, a name we all know, did really well in his home country, well, then Real Madrid should go hire Berhalter. That's not how that's going to work.
That's not what I mean. I'm saying that the possibility of more international coaches coming to MLS to
okay, that you're right. That I agree with.
But I'm saying just the
like,
market.
this is going to open the floodgates to people hiring MLS coaches.
I'm not saying Dax McCarty's going to Barca tomorrow.
You saw how Vieira's doing in Nice. Schweinsteiger come back to Bayern.
This is just like a lot of the South American younger players are coming to Major League Soccer.
No, the first person that does something when it comes to MLS tends to open a floodgate. Yes, you're right. You're right.
Man, I can't get a word out here without getting
Don't be so gullible. Okay,
getting goddamn attacked.
I'm ready to go.
So, but this
the fans expected a Guerrero, by the way, and they're not getting one. Okay, because
they're not because I'm calling you out on your nonsense.
It's not nonsense. I don't understand why you have accepted this. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Well, I think they got a healthy debate. They got a
I agree.
A Guerrero / Polanco complaint.
Polanco buttle. I can't.
So I know
a cribbittle.
We've spent a lot of time talking about
a cribbittle.
A lot of our fans are not NYCFC fans, but I'm saying this has.
But I'm sure they're interested. Tata Martino is. I'm sure all of Atlanta.
Tata Martino is listening to this right now. Right?
Yeah, and he's like, "¿Qué dicen? ¿Qué dicen en the blues?"
And he has the. What's the guy's name? I think his name is Justin, the translator.
Yeah,
guy.
who's matching our energy into his ear.
Yes, they have both. They're each sharing headphones, and he's translating to them.
He's pausing, and then one of them is talking about his penis. That's the guy.
And Tata's like, "Shut this off." In fluent English.
Más alto. You get weed. I want to listen.
So,
Tata Martino's just at an asado, just at a barbecue.
This has a bigger effect than just on one club. This is a big deal for Major League Soccer in general.
I'm sure everyone's worried that their managers are going to leave or their head coaches are going to leave.
I think
midway through the season.
I'm pretty sure most people want their coaches to leave. Very
I'm
quickly.
sure San Jose is just like, no, we'll help you back.
Vancouver, Craig Robinson, please get out of here.
Come on.
So let's talk about a couple other things that are coming. Let's talk about the World Cup bid. We're recording this the day before the actual vote.
You guys know this. We record on Tuesdays. Wednesdays, the day you're listening to this, hopefully, is when all this stuff is going to come out. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Right now, it's looking like it's pretty close. It's kind of neck and neck between Morocco and the North American bid between
maybe slightly skewed towards North America.
Yes,
very slightly.
Yeah, they've been updating it on the New York Times, and I believe there's many countries that haven't made public what their vote is. But
it's 132 last we checked that
were remaining.
Yeah,
right?
So it could go any way.
So they
could skew it either way.
If you don't know, if you've never paid attention to a World Cup bid before, they need 104 countries
to bribe.
To bribe. Yes, that's usually how it has worked.
Yeah, these 132 are like, I don't like that envelope. Seems a little light.
Well, look, I mean, they say bribe, right? And there's definitely been a lot of bribery in FIFA. But
clearly,
the interesting thing about
Qatar World Cup during Christmas time. Yeah,
the interesting thing about this time around is that I believe all the votes will be public, so no country can hide who they voted for. It's not a closed ballot. Right. So that's
one step closer to having more transparency, less corruption, possibly.
Yes, and the reason there's so much corruption, and it's almost the corruption is almost impossible to avoid because every country has an equal vote, and clearly the countries that want to get the World Cup are FIFA gives money to every FIFA nation that participates for fields, for improvements, for just help with their federation, as they should. They should give them money. But now, when it's time to vote for a World Cup, now that this vote has a little bit of value, right? Because then they can say well, why didn't you allocate a little bit of money so I can get the field is 2 blocks away. I need a Maserati to get to that field.
I mean, I could call the Uber,
but I
feel like I might vote for the guy if I gotta.
So it puts it puts almost everybody in a weird place where it's bribery is almost non-bribery is almost impossible because everybody wants something. Everybody has some kind of self-interest. So
and no more than us, by the way. We're ready and prepared to accept all bribes. We can't vote, but we will openly vote for Morocco. We've got zero problem.
So that's where we sort of are, right? Well, like as you're listening to this, you probably already know who got where the World Cup in 2026 is going.
I want to congratulate North America.
I want to congratulate Morocco.
Okay, we want to congratulate both because we don't know who it is.
We don't know who it's gonna be, but the two sides are everybody hates the U.S. because of Loretta Lynch and everything they did to lock up so many FIFA employees and bringing down the bladder. Right, and
bring down the bladder.
That's what they called it. That's what the New York Post. That was the headline. They covered it. They covered
what an odd way to say it. Bring down the bladder.
Bring down the bladder. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
What do you think is going to happen?
I personally think North America is going to get it. I'd be surprised if they don't. But
I also agree that North America is going to get it because it's like, yo, remember when we extradited all you peoples? Don't think we won't do this shit again.
It's a warning.
Yo, Brunei, you haven't voted. Guess who's coming for you? You better.
Yeah, a lot of people are just saying like that the thing holding the U.S. back is Trump. And we talked about this ad nauseum. He's not good at doing president stuff. So it becomes an issue in situations like these.
And the best part is that the government can't really influence what happens. So like he gets to stay out of it, which is kind of great.
And but I mean, tell that to his Twitter account because he's still.
I have, and he's blocked me. Please stay out of it. Don't ruin this for us.
Exactly.
Just go focus on all the other stuff you want to ruin in this country.
All right, let's talk about a couple other things.
Wait, hold on. I want you to make a prediction. What do you think is going to happen at NYCFC at the rest of the season? Do you think it's going to continue? Do you think it's going to get better? Or do you think it's going to get worse? You don't have to make any crazy predictions. Just pick one of those three.
Honestly, I think it's going to get better because
you don't have any confidence in Vieira, is what you're saying.
No, I think Vieira, especially seeing those results against the Red Bulls and seeing a little bit of the stubbornness to not change in-game tactics.
What makes you think this guy's going to do that? He's from the same family.
I'm guessing that he might be a little bit of a different personality than Patrick Vieira.
This is a shot in the dark. You have no proof of this.
I have no proof. Am I saying this is facts? You asked me for my opinion.
Okay. I mean, but you're taking a shot in the dark here.
That's what opinions are. The majority of them.
I mean, it's not a.
I'll do my research. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna go to Pep's house.
Don't be so gully.
I'm gonna go to Pep's house.
Go to the airport when Dom gets
get a
here.
quote, and then I'm also gonna go back and find where Dominic Tarrant started and where every academy and what his true philosophy is. Actually, what he has for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Really see if his caloric intake affects his
now we're talking.
How cloudy his mind might be during a game when he's playing against the Colorado Rapids and how he should really change the formation. I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. So let me hold back on giving my opinion until I get all the information necessary so that you feel comfortable with my answer.
Finally.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. I actually think it might get better, and here's why. He was Pep Guardiola's right-hand man. Now, the one thing that, Patrick Vieira, he managed the developmental side. Yes. So he was mostly working with kids, right? Clearly knows how to work with adults. He wouldn't have gotten the job at Nice and left us high and dry if it wasn't for that, if it wasn't his ability to work with adults. But this guy's worked with first team. So, and he's worked more closely hand in hand with Pep Guardiola who was it, Manuel Pellegrini, who was there before him?
Yes.
Yeah, so Patrick Vieira worked more with Manuel Pellegrini. Now, granted, it's the same system. I think we would all agree Pep Guardiola is an advancement on that system. So this may be, I don't know how much of that can be influenced in the season. I don't know how much more tiki-taka we can get.
I don't know about that because Pep hasn't won anything for anybody. So.
No one.
So I don't know. I don't know what you're talking. I don't even know where you're getting any of this information.
Again, I'm just taking a shot in the dark here.
Because
I'm not checking out food just yet.
Just craziness. I don't even know where to begin with that. Anyway, okay.
Pep, they want to give me the job in here.
Okay, we spent like 40 minutes talking about this. That's enough. So a couple other things. There was an international friendly between the United States and France.
France. By the way, balls on France to start their entire World Cup starting 11.
Is it balls? No, it's a game. It's a game before the World Cup. They need to start.
Yeah, just in case of injuries. Maybe you want to start like the guys that you think might need more of, like maybe your front three or maybe like your midfield
man,
or something.
this is the
All
final
11
game.
Just brat everybody out there.
Yo, don't ever manage a World Cup squad. 'Cause you don't know even how to do that. You got to play your players. This is the last game before the opening game of the World Cup.
I guarantee you, if you and I were managers of the men's national team, we would have done a better job than Bruce Arena. I guarantee you that.
But if Bruce Arena had a couple more months to manage that team, he would have gotten them into the World Cup. That's according to him. Did you see this?
No.
You didn't see this?
No. What did he say?
He was on Sports Illustrated on their website. He was doing an interview, and they asked him if you were rehired a few months earlier than when you were, would you have been able to get the team into the World Cup? And he's like, yeah, I think I could have. And everybody was like, shut up. This is the last thing anybody wants to hear you say.
Why is he still talking about this? He hasn't had one take,
dude. But
that people have like sort of been like, all right, I kind of like this guy again.
This is where I start to get a little annoyed with journalists themselves because they are
gullible.
Because they're putting Bruce Arena on camera. They're asking him. He's not going to be like, no, I wouldn't have been able to get them to the World Cup. I am a terrible manager.
Yeah, he's never going to say
He's not going to say that. So
Brooklyn Bruce is not going to say that.
So anything he says is going to be somewhat optimistic or positive. He doesn't want to be.
It's going to be. I think at this point. I think we have to say all the evidence points into being maybe egotistical or not self-aware. More than pride.
It's more not self-aware. I think we all want him to be like groveling on the ground, begging for all of our forgiveness.
Yo, if this was any other country, this dude would have to move his family. If this was Italy, like you can't show your face for like years.
You think who was coaching the Italian national team? You think he can't show his face for years?
The guy, what was it? The vice president of the federation quit, and he said that he feared being in the job any longer. I'm not saying that that's what we should be doing, but that's what we should be doing.
But there's a difference between fearing being in the job and dealing with that kind of criticism, and then just like living in the country that in the federation that you work for.
He should be in Iceland right now, Bruce Arena.
So look,
complain about the slices.
Journalists they put him on and ask him these clickbait questions.
You and I would have done the same thing. We would have asked a question like this.
I would not have asked that question.
All right,
it's a stupid question.
Can I tell you something on behalf of the Cooligans? I promise you I would have asked something like this for us.
Very stupid question. I mean, I would have asked a better question. Something a little.
You would have asked something in the ilk of say something stupid so we get promotion for it.
I would have done that.
Yeah, anybody who's put in that position would try to get him to say something noteworthy.
That's better questions. Anyway,
nonetheless, you would have asked something of that ilk.
The U.S. played against France, and we were all kind of expecting just an absolute drubbing.
Especially since like we mostly played kids.
Yeah, and and instead the kids scored the first goal. Julian Green
with a Maxi Urruti style.
Yeah.
Turn and kick.
He's learning from Major League Soccer.
Yeah, he's watching. He's like, put on that FC Downs game. It's 4 a.m.
That not German at all kid. He's American, true and true. He bleeds ketchup, that guy.
All the way through. Let me ask you a question. Do you think it's a 1-1 draw against France?
Yeah.
How many shots do we have? 2. 2 attempts.
That's all we need. That's
apparently.
Right. Okay.
Apparently.
We snipers out here. France taking all these shots.
You got
that's why they lose all their wars, because they can't aim for the enemy.
You got no aim, my guy. We up in the perch right here. We good. We got you. That's One shot. Bang, bang.
That's right. So, yeah.
Do you think this result and the way we played, which we had, 14% possession? Do you think that this was a positive result for American soccer?
With undoubtedly so. This is a huge result for American soccer.
I think this was a wasted opportunity.
What, did they need to win 5-0?
No, I don't care if you lose 5-0. I don't care if you lose. Son.
What? What?
All we're going to do is...
Hold on, before you even start, I'm like trying to be baffled at like, what is the complaint?
I'll tell you what the complaint is if you let me say it.
It was either they were going to lose by a lot, and then they got a draw against an amazing club.
An
amazing squad.
Lose by a lot while learning. What did we learn in this? What did these kids learn in this?
Did you not see the effort Miazga gave? The Tim Parker, Tyler Adams.
What, defending for our lives?
You don't think
Parking a bus?
you don't learn anything from defending? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying you don't learn anything as young kids. You don't learn anything by parking a bus.
You don't learn anything from the experience.
No, what are we gonna do? Go out there and play like Iceland? Is that what we're gonna do in 4 years? Honestly,
No, that's a different thing. There's a difference between wanting
it's a friendly
tactically to make whatever changes for the future and playing against the top competition in the world in
nothing.
France. And all right, that's
well, all we did was
nothing.
we
For
put our
nothing.
hands up and let them punch us. We let them spar. All we did was not get knocked out.
Tell that to those players. You took a bunch of punches. Those players left confidently after that game. That they scored first and they were able to keep France only to 1 goal. Zach Steffen.
embarrassing.
Zach Steffen was incredible.
Zach Steffen.
You think he didn't learn anything?
He learned
do
something.
goalkeepers not learn anything from taking challenging shots from good
Let's
competition?
see. How much did Tim Howard learn at the Belgium game with 16 saves?
How much did he learn?
Apparently not, because his career went down after that. His career went to shit. Look at him now. He's got a tattoo on his ass. That's all he's known for.
He's an older guy. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why he's not. He didn't get them to the World Cup. He shouldn't have been playing in that game against Trinidad.
These kids did not learn anything during this game.
All right, well, whatever. I'm not gonna even argue that. Like, you don't think they learned anything? Who
They
knows?
bunkered down.
Whatever.
Is that the style you want to play?
Nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying
I'm
that.
asking
That's the
this
style.
as a
No.
question.
No, yeah, but like it's France and we're the United States. What we're not there yet.
So we walk in just thinking we're going to lose if we play our best.
That's not that. No,
I'm asking you that as a question. I'm not saying that's what you said. I'm asking you that as a
No,
question.
when you play the under 21s, you go in not expecting to win because why you don't expect that from them. They're inexperienced. So
you gotta let them try.
You put them in a challenging environment to get the experience of what it's like to play against in front of 70,000 in Lyon. Against one of the greatest teams that you've ever seen on the pitch, and they learn nothing. No experience. Waste of time. Don't even schedule the friendly.
I don't. You schedule the friendly, and what you do is you force them to go out there and you play.
If they would have lost
your strengths,
if they lost
and try
10-0 and
what does it matter? Yo, you were playing France, and we're gonna beat you anyway.
and you're saying that you would have been happier with a 10-0 result, a 10-0 loss, than a 1-1 draw. That you think that
Let me explain.
That's the heart you want to see them have. You want them to get stabbed in the damn chest and be like, now you learned something.
I mean, if you survive, yeah, you did. What I'm saying is, Dave Sarakin, he ain't got a job after this. He's not going to be the manager.
He's not.
He went out there and was like, oh, what if I draw against France? Maybe I'll get this. Everybody go back and defend. We played, what, 8-1-1?
I honestly, there's no result that you would have been happy with.
No, I would have been happy if those kids went out there and actually tried to play
if
the
they would have
game.
won if the U.S. would have won 6-0, you would have been like, what did they learn? It was just a friendly. It didn't matter. They weren't even playing the best guys.
If we would have played the way those kids want to play, I bet you if you sit them
they're
down,
not good enough to play the way they want to play
then you
against
lose.
France.
It's a friendly. It's a friendly.
You would have been more upset if they lost badly than
France
than
learned
this
how to play against Saudi Arabia and how to play against Iceland.
Okay.
They didn't learn anything. We didn't learn anything. That was a complete waste of everyone's time.
Okay. That's how you feel. What am I going to argue with you over that absolute garbage? So, look. All right. So the U.S. is still not going to the World Cup. So there's nothing. There's nothing. Can we? I think this is all just a frustration that that we're not going. So
I don't think so. I'm being honest, and I just think it's a lot for you to take because I'm saying they didn't learn anything, and you're like, oh well, at least they won.
No, they didn't win.
I mean, at least they drew.
I think they learned quite a bit. That's the point I'm making. You're saying that they didn't learn anything.
They learned diddly squat. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So you know what? When we get somebody like Tyler Adams or whatever on the show, I'm gonna play that back to them. Like, oh, you went out to France, you didn't learn a thing, and see what he says.
I would not only would I love that, we would love to have Tyler Adams on the show.
You see, if he's gonna be like, yeah, I went there and I really feel like I wasted my time.
I mean, look, if you present that way, then yeah. But if you say, would you rather have gone out there and try to go at them versus just sit back and hang on for dear life?
No, I want to package it exactly the way you said it before because I think that's important. I think
the end result is they didn't learn anything.
Getting that emotion out there that these dumb kids they wasted their time out there.
Word for word what I said.
That's what you said, man.
Word for word.
All right, let's talk about real quick. We have let's talk about a couple of MLS games that were kind of exciting. We're going to talk about World Cup in the third segment, and then after this segment, we're going to be talking to Aaron West of Copa90.
Yeah, Copa90 US.
Copa90 US. We talked to him out in Miami. We were talking about we were
hanging out in Miami
at the Neymar Junior Fives. We had a great time out there. So we'll get to that in a bit. But let's talk about a couple MLS matches real quick before we get to that because there were a couple exciting ones. So LAFC played against San Jose, and this is like a weird slash Cali, like half Cali Clasico. Like we don't know where to place it yet.
Cali Modernistico. What I loved about it is that it was a sort of a window into what LAFC's next few weeks are going to be like, because they got nobody left on the squad, and you hope João Moutinho comes through the way he did. This was back and forth. I don't think San Jose has played this good in a long time. They're in a trash position in the standings. I believe they are not last, but they're not doing well. Right? No, they're not doing well. And to score 3 goals, you think like, oh my God, that's amazing. But of course, you give up 4, and you give one up in the 98th.
The 97th.
97th. Yeah. I mean, come on, son.
The game, it looked like it was back and forth. But when Wando got that, when Wando got his second goal, that it really felt like. And he showed a lot of emotion. That's why it felt like a Cali Clasico because he showed the emotion of playing against the LA Galaxy.
Yeah,
and he scored that. He scored the chip over Tyler Miller, which is. I mean,
is it even a chip? It's kind of like a chip and a wonder goal all in one because he aimed it at the back corner.
A Wando goal.
A Wando House goal. He aimed it at the back corner, but. Tyler Miller was off his line.
He was off his line. I mean, but it was still a great shot.
He almost got it too. He was like so close.
A great shot from Wanda. It's one of those things. I hate when Wondolowski. I don't hate on his success, but I hate that when he is successful, the response every time he scores.
He would have done it.
He would
in the World Cup.
Couldn't he do it in the? Why couldn't he? He could do it everything in MLS. He has the most goals in Major League Soccer, right? I believe so.
I'm not sure. He's 100 and something.
Yeah, I think he is leading. But he can do it in for his club, but for his country, and it's always the screenshot of him hitting it over the bar with Thibaut Courtois right there.
Just Breckshay.
Yeah, and but when he scored the second goal, Tyler Miller, I don't know what the hell he was thinking. He just takes a touch on the ball and gets like. I don't even know what he's trying to do, but Wondolowski does like a weird swim move around him and keeps and kind of shields shields the ball with his body.
Yeah, he walks up to the top of the box and then he looks up and he realizes Tyler's not back yet. So he's like, "Oh, let me see if I could dunk."
Yeah, and just
it was wild.
Miller just gave it away, and especially after. Tyler Miller was having such a great start to the year. Even against all those teams on the road before the Bank of California Stadium was built, and Tyler Miller seems incredibly reliable.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying he isn't, but just that mistake and the chip and that mistake over Chris Wondolowski of all people.
Oh, when he tried to come out and be Higuita?
Yeah, that's
he's like, I've been trying to take this up halfway up the field. Oh my God, where is that ball?
It's almost like he thought Wondolowski was faster than he actually was. Like he took a touch on the ball in a direction that
he thought Wondolowski's momentum was going to carry him past.
Yeah, like he should have just Wondolowski was coming forward and putting pressure, and instead of taking a touch, just move anywhere else, or kick the ball away. Like Wondolowski's not gonna reach you.
Yeah.
He's slow and old.
He's 30-something years old.
So you have really nothing to worry about.
He's a poacher.
So he was more afraid of Wondolowski than how scary Wondolowski actually is. You know what I mean? And but after that goal, yeah, it really looked like this was all San Jose had to do was just chill out and just defend. I mean, even though they're having a tough time with that this year.
Well, they got a red.
Yeah, they got a second yellow.
Yeah.
But that was even towards the end. Like you would have thought they could at least gotten a point out of this game. But this was one of the better back and forth kind of games. It sort of reminded me of the I think it was 2 years ago, the NYCFC against Toronto, the 4-4 game where it was just like everybody. It just
anyone could have won that.
Yeah, just totally back and forth. But no, they get the LAFC gets a late goal. João Moutinho, who didn't have the best start of the year. Good for him. He's definitely getting more playing time with a lot of the players out in the World Cup. Laurent Simon, who I don't know is he on the final roster yet?
I have no clue. I know that everyone's like, if he does go.
So he might. It's not official if he's gonna stay over there. I think there's an injury that they're like monitoring in Belgium to see if Simon is gonna take that spot. So. But good on LAFC. These are the games that they probably don't expect to get 3 points, and the fact that they got them is a good sign. So so they head into that break at least with a victory. There were a couple other interesting games. Orlando played against Vancouver.
Did they? I know they showed up, but did they play?
Orlando. I mean, still more. And
was this 5 losses in a row?
6, I believe.
For
Orlando. Or is it 5? It might be 5. No, they won 6 in a row, and now they lost 5 in a row. I think they're going for like that bookend, just
they're like, let's finish this off at 500.
So Orlando. The interesting part was that Matt Doyle, of MajorLeagueSoccer.com, and he's been very critical of Orlando's defense, and it's been like every week after each loss. He doesn't want to do the like, yo, I told you. Even when they were winning, and they were winning those games in like they would score like 4 goals in the final 5 minutes.
Right.
And he would be like, hey, like it's cool that you're winning, but like you got a lot of defensive issues.
Yeah, their fans are like, you're not giving us any credit for our wins. He's like, I mean, I'm trying, but you realize like defensively, this is gonna come back to bite you in the ass. And you're like, it never will. Here we are.
And so they lose this game 5-2, and against a Vancouver team that shouldn't be beating you 5-2. That's kind of the main thing.
A bad Vancouver team, although a great Alphonso Davies.
Yes, Alphonso Davies.
3 assists?
Did he get 3 assists? I don't know.
I believe so.
But he did have a very like we know he's fast, but when you see he got 3 assists, but when you see all right Alexis.
So told you so.
Man, very proud of himself.
Hey, Pep, did you hear Alphonso Davies got 3 assists?
Sign him to Manchester City. But he was like, I mean, he was cutting fools up. He was embarrassing people.
He was. I mean, he's one of those players that like if he turns and starts running, I don't think anyone else
is he
in
the
the league.
Fastest player in the league right now?
I think. Is he the fastest?
Is
player? Somebody tell me.
Somebody tell me right now if he seems very, very fast.
I don't even know what accent that is, but I hear it a lot on the subway. We should have gotten an Uber. That was great. I think he is by far the fastest player in the league.
It has to be. I'm trying to think of who
else is fast.
Amidong is very fast. Clear, very, very fast. So I don't know if he's faster than Davies. He's not faster than Davies.
No, I think Alphonso Davies certainly is the fastest player when he's dribbling at you, and you're an Orlando City defender, without a shadow.
That's
of a
the
doubt.
thing. It's our homie RJ Allen. Watching him. He's not the fastest of
no one's ever once claimed he was.
Of left backs.
Nah.
And when he plays against people on offense that are just fast, just really, really fast.
He's a very muscular guy, but he is not
strong,
fast.
good. He has a soccer IQ, right? He's a very good player.
Like he knows now how fast Alphonso Davies is.
But watching him burn,
get burnt. You mean?
Watching him get burned by fast players, and Alphonso Davies is just. I mean, he's a monster, man. And what is he? 16, I think?
Yeah.
It's just insane.
Alphonso Davies, I think, matured just a little bit because he looked around like, oh, is that all I have to do? Is run at a player and they'll back up and fall, essentially, every time?
Yeah.
This was his coming out party.
And you see it when, look, I mean, how many yellow cards were issued? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 6 yellow cards issued. One that led to a red card. but 6 yellow cards issued to Orlando City. So that's not a normal number. That's really like, yo, stop running around me.
Yeah,
Slow down, guys.
Well, if he's faster than you hurt him, like, we're trying.
I can't catch up to him to inflict harm.
I would love to hurt him. Actually, could you tell him to come here? He's closer to you than he is to me now.
So Orlando was just, they were trying everything that they could to slow down Vancouver.
We've asked this before the 6-game win streak. We'll ask now, how much longer can Jason Christ possibly have?
I think that 6-game win streak did a lot, and he's probably gonna finish out the rest of the year. Or you know what? Maybe not. Look, if the playoffs are up in the air, because right now they're at the 6th spot. If they can't miss the playoffs again, Orlando cannot miss the playoffs again, and Christ keep his job. If they miss the playoffs, he's out of a job. For sure. But
you don't think he might lose that job beforehand?
If they drop between, like,
you think if they're trending to not make the playoffs?
Yeah, if they're like 5-6 points away from the last playoff spot at any point of the season, I think he's gone.
You know what? They might not, because then that's too soon to bring someone else on. And can they make that positive change? You know, would they slide back even further? I think if he's close, they might keep him on. And knowing that if he misses, he's gone.
Oh, I don't know.
It might be better than, losing
can't,
a manager midway through a season. I don't know if that reminds you of anything that we talked about.
I mean,
the first 45 minutes.
No team has ever lost a manager midseason, and they've never figured it out.
I wonder if the Orlando fans are going to thank him.
No team has ever been fired.
Thank you so much, Jason Christ.
No coach has ever been fired.
Nope,
and
never happened.
And brought in a replacement to save them from relegation. That's never been a thing that's ever happened.
Well, we're going to have to try to see if we can do it now in Orlando. Maybe they'll get big Sam Allardyce.
So yeah, a couple of things.
He tries to sell MLS players and they're worth nothing on the third-party market. He's like, come on.
What do you mean 0? What is this?
His name is Dom. You've heard of him. Come on.
So a couple other games. LA Galaxy win against RSL. Zlatan gets a brace. Ola Kamara scores.
They both scored?
They both scored in the same game.
Same game?
That they were victorious in.
Wow.
Not unexpected.
Wow.
And it's looking like the strategy for LA Galaxy seems to be very apparent, which is just throw the ball in there. Get the ball in the box. Zlatan, put that big old man bun on it.
California, they get their kicks on Route 1, is what you're saying. Send it up there, and hopefully, has he scored besides that first Worldie? Has he scored with his foot?
He has. Can't remember the goal. I mean, obviously, which one?
I think it was just that first goal that he scored.
There was one. There was
header.
One other one. It might have been the one against Chicago. That might have also been a header. I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure he's only scored headers.
I think there's one. There's one. Anyway. Because there was a game.
Embarrassed.
He scored a couple in the game that they also lost.
Whatever, they don't care. They just want goals. Good.
Yeah.
You know, I guess good job, RSL. The hell's going on? They only win at home.
Yeah, that's right. Well, they generally play. It's so weird from like their home and away, like the difference. They get slapped at Yankee Stadium. Almost anywhere they go, they just I don't know what is it.
Yeah,
what
their
it is.
away. Their away form is terrible.
I don't know what's at the Rio Tinto, but this is one of my favorite stadium names.
Rio Tinto.
Rio Tinto.
Rio Tinto. They don't say that. The Riot is what they call it.
That's right. So the Seattle played against DC. Seattle wins this game 2-1 at CenturyLink. But
DC might be announcing something that everybody knows.
There have been reports that said Wayne Rooney has signed a 3-year deal for DC United. He's going to be there for ever, I think.
Yeah. He's how old now? 643, right? So he's there for 3 years.
Give or take. Yes, he is.
Legs wise?
He is Schmiegel.
I don't get it.
Whatever. So
sounds like an old lawyer.
Not for you.
Robert Schmiegel, the guy who does
the
Insult Comic Dog.
But goals from Darren Maddox scores the first goal in the second half, and then 4 minutes later, Nico Lodero, who
not going to the World Cup.
Not going to the World Cup.
It makes me cry.
Some people are a little bit sad about it.
Makes me cry. I want to bite somebody in the back.
Specifically, Luis Suarez, a little bit bummed. I don't know if there was an interview with
it was like a press conference, like a post game or something.
Yeah, maybe a training or something like that.
Yeah.
So and they asked Luis Suarez how he felt about the players that were left off the final squad, and when Nico Lodero's name came up, he just legit started crying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's
It's his good friend.
it's his good friend. He's
That's
like
my quarterback, man.
that's right.
Remember that?
Terrell. Also, Luis Suarez is not going to the Hall of Fame ceremony.
Luis Suarez did do push-ups in front of his house, though, or sit-ups.
But no, he was bummed. He was really sad about Nicola. He was saying, he was just like, no, Lodero's the only guy I won't bite. He's the only one I would never bite that man.
I mean, just a little nibble.
but
I love him.
I love him too much, but it'll feel good.
I'll kiss first.
So Seattle,
Baby, come to me.
The goal-
No, that's Torrent still whispering and everybody else here.
So Nicola gets a goal after coming back, and a banger on DC.
Nico like still got his son.
Yeah, and
What you think now, Uruguay?
after Seattle gave up the first goal, you kind of felt like, oh, here we go again.
Mhm.
Gonna have a rough old time. And they did their thing, and they got a goal from Magnus Wolf Eikram.
Did you see the goal celebration GIF that he made?
I didn't see it.
It's just the word wolf like blinking, and then he pops up from underneath wearing a wolf mask.
Ooh,
It's dope.
okay.
I can't believe he agreed to do it. That's really cool. Shouts to Seattle for that. That was really awesome.
Yeah. But entertaining game, and good on Seattle.
Which we haven't said a lot for Seattle. I
Yep.
know Seattle's had a rough season.
Yes,
Look at this.
Look at-
You scored some goals, huh?
2 of them actually.
You want to hear something crazy?
Yeah.
Do you? Seattle has the same amount of goals as a team as does Giazzi Zardes this season.
Oh, Giazzi Zard is the MLS club.
The MLS Cup. Giazzi Zardes United FC has the same amount of goals as Seattle Sounders.
Pretty wild. Look, yeah, nobody expected this from Giazzi. But what's more surprising, Giazzi scoring 9 or Seattle only scoring 9?
Wow, that's a great question. Wow.
It's tough to answer.
Oh, more surprising?
Yeah, what's more surprising?
Giazzi, man, he was a right back last season. I guess.
Yeah, I think he played keeper as well. I don't know how he was everywhere.
He would have if you let him.
They were
I
like,
just want to stay in the club.
I mean, last year Los Angeles needed anybody to play keeper.
Oh, you know
besides-
what we found out this weekend in Miami?
Whether we find out?
Giazzi Zardes is somehow related or connected to Nas, the godson.
Oh yeah. Who's
Esco.
Nas is the godfather of his kid.
Yeah.
Is that how it was?
No, he's the godfather of Nas's kid.
we should
I
have been
don't
paying
think
attention.
I don't think Zardes has kids. We're making
Zardes
some
does
of this
have
up.
kids. He has, I think, 2 kids.
Does he?
Yes, he does.
Oh wow, I didn't know that either.
We follow him on Instagram. He's always posting pictures of family.
I don't look at that. I had no idea.
He does. I think that's a kid. I think Nas is the godfather of one of his kids. Anyway.
The godson is the godfather. Dang.
So, final game before we get to our next segment. NYCFC plays against Atlanta United at Yankee Stadium. This is a game we
It was
missed.
very nice of Atlanta to not beat Patrick Vieira in his farewell match.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Thank you.
But we did not know it was his farewell match. He did not.
Yeah, no one knew.
He still might. You know what? He might come back. Who knows?
There was so much smoke. There was practically see the fire, but nobody knew.
This game ends 1-1. I watched this game over, and it's kind of insane that NYCFC did not win this game.
Yeah, they had very many chances.
So-
How did Jonathan Lewis play? Because I didn't see a lot of the highlights.
Did he start? He didn't start.
I don't think he started, but I heard he played.
Oh, I don't really remember him on the field that much. I don't know. He was fine, I guess.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
But yeah, NYCFC.
Just more proof we don't talk about this before we start recording.
No, they cracked the posts all the time. Everybody hit the post. We had Brigetting. We had Medina Medining. we had Morales.
Brigette cannot stop Brigetting.
The Brigette disease has infected everyone, and people cannot finish their chances. And the only goal came from Alexander Collins after a set piece.
Who Tommy McNamara, he just threw his body towards with the ball in the direction of the goal, saying,
Yeah.
I guess this is going to go in the goal if my entire body lunges at it.
But credit to Braguzan. Braguzan was incredible this game. He
Stood on his head.
He did all the stops necessary.
I heard he got a tattoo on his butt that said "Platinum don't rust." That's a good
Yes.
play.
If you don't know what we're referencing, I don't. Some people have not seen the Tim Howard tattoo that posted by the band,
Weeks.
the band The Weeks, and he has a tattoo on his butt cheek that
Of their
says-
single.
of their they sing their smash hit "Gold Don't Rest," and it says that on his butt.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. That's where we are in Major League Soccer.
Watch Designated Player in a few days if you want to check out how we really feel about it.
Yes, we have guys putting their privates in shoes, and we have guys getting
Putting the privates on the internet.
obscure band songs on their butt.
On their haunches.
Also, by the way, if you haven't, speaking of NYCFC, if you haven't seen our video that we did for NYCFC, you should go follow. Just follow. You can follow. You should see it on our Twitter. Follow at NYCFC on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And we made a little video for Ismail Tajuri Shradi for the All-Star game, kind of making a little pitch / sketch that we had a little bit of fun with it.
Yeah, a little parody. That's what we do.
We always joke around that Ismail Tajuri Shradi sounds like the best law firm in the East Coast.
Well, we went ahead and made a commercial for him, so you got to check it out.
So we made a little commercial for him. So go check it out. It's super, super fun. And thank you for NYCFC for working with us and doing that and letting us.
If any other club wants us to do something like that, ask us.
Yeah, feel free.
We're here.
We're here to do that, man.
Come on now.
We had a lot of fun with it. So that's it. So let's get to our next segment. We like we said, we were in Miami hanging out with everybody. And
everybody was there.
A lot of these interviews are going to be coming out in the coming weeks. So we spoke to Indy Cowie. We spoke
Jimmy Conrad,
Mike LaBelle. We played
Mo Ali.
We played in a game in a celebrity soccer like creator game.
Don't say we.
You
played. They asked me to play, and I was like, "Nah, play."
And I got an own goal. What you know about that?
You created an own goal. I mean,
the ball was wet. I'll say it again.
Yeah.
The ball was very, very wet, and it bounced
You're damn right it was. That's still dumb terrain.
It bounced in a very strange manner.
Because you kicked it into the goal.
I did not.
And then you landed in the goal. It was so beautiful. I can't wait for everyone to see this clip.
I did not kick it into the goal.
You redirected it.
I redirected, which is different.
You redirected it into the goal with your foot.
But the ball was wet.
With your foot.
I want to see you even go out there, all right?
Whether I can or can't.
I tried.
Whether I can or can't does not change.
I tried. I played again.
What happened?
There were former players, former MLS players. There were all a bunch of freestylers that were impeccable with the ball.
Yeah, look, all these things are true, and it was very wet.
And the floor was wet. So
very much so.
All right. So
but I will say, there was a couple of people who were worried about going out there getting injured. One of them actually did get injured, and I'm hearing she's doing better, by the way.
Yeah.
You went out there and you're like, I'm not nervous, but I really don't want to embarrass myself. And that's what happened.
Not the most embarrassing thing. People have,
in that game, I think that was the most embarrassing thing.
But I hit when the ball deflected off my leg. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna quit. I'm not a quitter. Okay. No. I'm not a Patrick Vieira out here.
Yeah.
Right. And
I'm not leaving you.
And I dove into the damn net to try to get not let the ball trickle in.
I get like. The gumption and the balls it took was awesome, but from my viewpoint, it was hilarious.
I'm not taking away from it's hilarious. I'm a comedian. When I do something funny, I want all the credit in the world.
Watching you stuck in a goal, trying to get the net off you is one of my favorite moments. It's one of those mini goals too. It was just fucking great.
That's how much heart I have. Okay, bro. Did I learn anything from that experience, Alexis?
Did you?
Yes, I did.
What? Don't play on wet turf.
Don't play on wet turf.
Maybe with freestyling and former MLS players.
Yeah, all those things. I learned from
learning experience.
So it was not a waste of time.
No.
Okay.
I'm glad you guys didn't have Dave Sarachan as your manager.
All right, so we're gonna be talking to Aaron West of Copa90, and a great dude, and we got to hang out. Not only did we have this interview, but we if we had the mics at all the parties that we were at,
all the after parties, oh my god, we'd all be fired from whatever jobs we have.
We'd be fired from the Cooligans. Yeah. We have no bosses.
He'd be over here right now going like, "Come on, I got to be on this podcast." They fired me from Copa for all the egregious shit I said. No, he's one of the coolest guys.
Yeah. So yeah. We'll get to that interview right after this.
Thank you so much for listening to Cooligans. We just want to break in with a word from our new sponsor.
That we're very, very excited to be working with, The Athletic.
Oh boy, these guys! If you don't know about The Athletic, where have you been? Okay, they just started their soccer coverage. It's absolutely awesome. It's run by George Qureshi, who's their editor-in-chief. You might remember him from Howler. They've got Paul Tenorio. They've got other great journalists. They're doing some incredible real journalism. This ain't no clickbait no more.
All right,
okay.
It's high quality articles, high quality research. The writers are really putting in a lot of time, and writers deserve to be paid.
They deserve to be paid.
How many soccer journalists do we know that have been doing it for a couple years, and they're like, hey, I can't pay my rent anymore. So
multiple.
I can't do and good writers.
Incredible. they actually will post, hey man, I had to quit doing this because I need to get benefits or a job or I have children. And that's not fair. That's not fair to us, people that are interested in soccer, and it's not fair to them. They're putting their entire life on hold to help cover a sport and they're not getting paid for it. Well, the Athletic is changing all that. And guess what? Just because you listen to us, the Cooligans, you're going to get a hell of a discount. You're going to get 40% off the entire year. All you have to do is go to theathletic.com/Cooligans. That's theathletic.com/Cooligans. You're going to get 40% off the entire year.
It's a great deal. Look, the Athletic, the model is very simple. Look, there's no ads, there's no pop-ups, there's no autoplay videos. It's not there. The app is seamless. It's great. It's so good to use. And if you want sports coverage in general, not even just soccer
everything,
coverage.
Knicks, football, everything.
It has it all. So make sure you go to theathletic.com/Cooligans and you're going to get 40% off that first year subscription. So make sure you do that right now.
White people.
Oh.
White.
It sounds like you said white people.
White people. Get out. The streets.
Brown people.
Yes. Cuban excellence. Black excellence. Dominicano excellence.
Yeah, that's a good intro. It's a good intro. Welcome.
The streets have been asking for it. Copa does 1 billion collabs. Some of them better than others. This one right here. This is the one. Copa don't want, but the streets, yes, they want. Cooligans fans have been begging for this shit right here. And we did it, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron
What is up, my dude?
West.
Yeah, that was weak, but we got it.
I know, because
You came in with
at me with the other hand.
You started with the left hand, though.
I mean,
and
I was
like,
flopping. I was going to give you the old.
My God.
All right?
All right.
Aaron was trying to show me up on my own channel. Like, we're not going to edit that out. Actually, during that, we're going to keep the audio. We're just going to show Christian's own goal. You've probably seen it a million times by
Oh
this
yeah,
point.
we worked together on that one.
Rude.
That's rude.
Welcome to the Cooligans.
Welcome. So we just
Yeah,
wrapped.
that's right. There's no Patrick Inferno for us to shit on. It's just each other.
It's just Christian.
Look, so we just wrapped up the Neymar Juniors 5. We just had the
Creator
celebrity,
match, the creator
the
match.
celebrity creator,
The weak ass celebrity.
the weak
game.
ass. I mean,
The Z list.
yes, so, yes, some
We
weaker
were
than
invited.
others.
That's why we're
what
saying
We
this.
got on that alphabet, though.
It was,
Yes,
We got
it
on
was
that
an honor,
alphabet.
but I did get to play against Aaron West of Copa90 US, right? And
Yeah.
so it's an honor. We haven't we've bumped into each other at different events, but
We
this
run
is,
in the same circles, but very often we don't get the chance to sit down and talk.
and finally we finally got to hang out at this tournament.
Yes.
Yep.
So Aaron, how long have you been in Copa90? What was the let's start with the origin story of how you got to where you are right
Well,
now.
let's talk about soccer.
Where you want to start with soccer?
How are you involved? Before you got into Copa, you clearly.
How did I get into the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I was like 3 or 4 years old, my mom's best friend in North Carolina introduced us to the game. I fell in love. Like, I'm from basketball country, North Carolina. Fell in love from there.
Yeah.
So played all the way through to college, like a little tiny bit afterwards, just kept getting hurt. So I was like, I don't want to get hurt anymore. This is too much effort to just be hurt all the time. So I'm going to get a real job.
Sounds
and
like
play
an R&B
twice
song.
a week. I'm going to play twice a week and not get hurt. Fast forward a few years, I came to Copa from Fox Soccer. I was a writer at Fox Soccer.
And you focused on the Serie A, correct?
I did a lot of European, right? Like most of the European coverage. But like I love Serie A because I grew up when I was 12, I became a Juve fan. So I've been a diehard Juve fan since then. So just naturally, I became a Serie A fan.
Which is so difficult to be a Juve fan. Oh my God.
We've had some rough
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
Like those three times you haven't had a parade.
I've been through it. I've been through the wars. Sharon left me.
You probably don't even know if there is promotion and relegation in Serie A.
Bro, I was a Juve fan when we got dropped down to Serie B. That's like how I learned how to read Italian. Who's in this? Oh, it's Jimmy. What's up, Jimmy?
Never apologize.
Yeah, why are you apologizing? But yeah, so I came here from Fox Soccer. Here, Copa90 from Fox Soccer. Been at Copa since August, and now I'm here.
You
with
enjoying
guys.
it? Because, it's one of those things where the audience just sees a cool video every once in a while.
Yeah.
But it's an incredible amount of flying around and work, and you're never home. Is it something that you know, when you write, you're just like tickety, tickety, tickety in your underwear, and nobody's bothering you?
I was mostly in my underwear.
Yeah,
that was
I mean,
tight.
that's how I picture it at
tight,
night.
yeah. I sent you the pictures.
100%.
I usually
and I'm like,
write-
thank you, and my wife's very upset.
I usually write commando. That's
you?
I mean, that's how I get the writer's block out.
So
You
now
know-
everybody knows Christian writes dick out. So when you checking them tweets, you know how it was typed in.
keep that in
Keep
mind.
that image in your mind when you read my tweets.
Never let that out of your mind.
So and that is cool. You do get to travel a lot, and you've done just the most recently that comes to mind for me with the video you did in Atlanta.
The Atlanta one
focusing on Black culture and the influence on American soccer. It felt like that experience was significant, even for you watching as the viewer. I'm like, oh, this dude is really touched by what's going on here.
Yeah, you can tell when someone's putting on, and you were genuinely sort of surprised, and there was like a bit of glee, like a childlike glee to you to see what's happening.
It was crazy because I grew up in the South. I grew up in North Carolina. North Carolina has a strong soccer scene. Atlanta's always had a strong soccer scene, but like they had the Silverbacks. They didn't really have a real team to kind of rally around.
And Silverbacks was in the burbs.
Yeah,
so it wasn't, like,
there
really
was never
connected.
like something in the city. And like for me to go there to see Atlanta, what city I love, to see all those black people, like just and not like to put on like black people, just all kinds of black people, not like quote unquote soccer black people or like suburban black people, but just like black people of all colors, creeds.
We've all met those soccer black people. I know what you mean.
Yeah, just like every like the dichotomy that like every single shade, every single thing you can find in this world was in that stadium, and it was tight. It was like incredible for me to see it.
I remember when we went, we had media passes, so we weren't allowed to film too much in the audience. And at one point, I'm coming down where the supporters are, and there's a security guard that's like dancing and doing the.
He's famous for
he's
it, man.
famous.
Yeah.
But I said, perfect time for a shirtless white guy to walk through as we're talking about the black culture in Atlanta United. Perfect.
Yeah, Jimmy's good with timing.
That's why he's a legend. That's why.
I wish he'd been doing the shoot dance.
Actually, do you want to train Heath to do the shirtless walk? Sorry. Are you going to get in trouble for that
I
one?
wanted to apologize. I don't care. Oh, man.
So the point I was trying to make was this dude is like dancing and stuff, and I said to him, I was like, yo, how did you get into all this? And he was like, I don't know. I was doing the Bobby Dodd security, and this shit seemed fun.
Yeah.
So now I can't not get into it. And he's like, and I don't care if I get in trouble at work. Like, this is fun.
Right.
And I was like, that's soccer. That's what
that
something
that
like
was a
Atlanta
cool
United
thing.
could do.
We were there for like probably 2 or 3 days and like just riding around the city, taking Ubers. When I tell people I'm in town for like, oh, Atlanta United, either like, oh, I can't wait to go to a game, or like, I just went to a game. It was the craziest thing. I never knew soccer was that much fun. Like, it was wild to see just the city of Atlanta have really fully embraced that team.
It's interesting, right? So I grew up in a Hispanic neighborhood, a lot of soccer. It was prevalent. So I didn't really grow up around.
But
like,
not for Dominicans.
Not for Dominicans, but I had a bunch of Mexican friends, Colombian friends. So it wasn't really like the soccer wasn't detached from even my culture.
Right.
What for the black for black culture? Growing up black, the black experience. Is there something going on specific with black culture and soccer right now, where like there's some initiative to get more black people into the game? Like, is that a
I think
thing
it's
that
just been like a cultural shift because I think it kind of started with like NBA, like with more European players, so like they kind of brought that influence. Kobe lived in Italy, so like Tim Duncan played soccer.
Yeah, just give me
Oh,
that.
my fault.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. It's Kobe.
Kobe played in so like a lot of basketball guys started bringing it over, and then like as fashion kind of shifted, like you see like soccer jerseys started trickling into the culture. Guys like Paul Pogba started crossing over, like doing the hit them folk in games, like hanging out with like American celebrities. So like I think it's been a long time. It's been a long time coming, but like there's just a gradual cultural shift and just more diversity and intermixing. So I think it was just always going to happen. We just had to wait for it and help push it forward.
I personally think that a lot of it, just like in a sort of, hip hop moves the needle in all of our communities in America, right?
Yeah.
And when I look at what's happened in England, where you can't be a soccer fan under the age of like 35 and not know what grime is and how important grime is now to the culture.
Right.
Just simple things of like that bag that they wear. Like, I know here we're doing a lot of like the fanny packs, but like there they do like what we would have called like a purse.
Right.
You know, but like that's like a road thing. That's like
that
a
Merce.
Yeah.
Man's on road.
Yeah.
Mine's touch road.
It's like Merce.
The work is in that bag.
Yeah, I know, right?
The work is in that bag.
The work is in that bag. That's where that poke is. And it's funny, like, that's what that
This
pokey
bag
pokey
is heavy. What's in that bag? Don't touch that
Don't
bag.
touch that bag. That's why it's strapped across the shoulder. But like, we would have seen that growing up, and we would have said like, yo, that's a purse, dog. What you doing?
Yeah.
But like, all of that culture has seeped in where you see soccer fans feel the need, especially in the UK, to have that grime culture attached to it because that's what's dope now. And I feel like that has kind of bled into it's sort of how Americans take it. Like when Americans like look up hip hop on the internet, because now it's all global, and they see grime, soccer's a part of it. AJ Tracy, the dude is spitting rhymes. Half of Tottenham's roster gets involved in his bars. Like, you see that there's such a connection. I feel like that's starting to bleed over to American culture.
I think it kind of started with like shout out Wale probably. Like
Wale
was
big.
one of the first
Pusha
rappers.
also.
Pusha was
Pusha
early
wore
in
the
it.
kits.
Shout out Drake.
Yo, Adonis, we out here for you. Yeah.
By the way, Jay Prince, we want no smoke.
I'm not even saying that man's name. I'm not gonna say his name.
You the god.
No,
You the god.
I'm not even
In
saying
fact,
his name.
if you call us, we'll tell Aaron to stop mentioning his name.
But for real, Wale, like, cause he's Nigerian. Like, I remember when I was in college, like 2006, 2007, graduated in 2008. Like, I remember my DC friends put me on the Wale, and I was like, oh, this dude's wearing a Nigeria jersey, and like crazy Nike SBs, and I was starting to get into sneaker culture.
Yeah.
I was already a huge soccer head, and I was really heavy into Wale back then, and like all of that, I was like, oh, this is a rapper rocking soccer stuff. Like, this is dope, and it kind of just pushed and kept moving from there.
And I feel like Atlanta has pushed that. Venn diagram is getting more and more. There's more and more of that center.
Future rocking jerseys, Young Dog rocking jerseys.
Even T-Pain coming out and smacking down the golden spike. If you would have told me T-Pain is at a soccer game, I'm like, did he get lost?
You know what I'm most mad about the Atlanta trip? I was up on the stage where they do the golden spike and stuff, and I like walked off to go. I went to go do a hit in like around the stadium. I was gone for like 20, 30 minutes. The time I left, I think like 2 minutes after I walked off, T.I. went on the stage. I was like, no!
Okay.
I love T.I. No! Why? And then I got back, and they were like, oh, T.I. just left 5 minutes ago. I was like, dope, that's tight. That's tight.
That's hilarious.
Very dope.
Like the area where you were standing when T.I. was on the stage, now like Andre 3000 is over there. You're like,
it was like,
over there? That's where I was shouting.
I was so mad. That was the only thing I was mad about that trip.
That's
And,
hilarious.
and now that you're like one of the faces of Copa90, is there a black face, right? That's a weird way
That's
to say
a weird way to say it.
It's not, again.
It's true, though.
But it's true.
I don't want
Negroid face.
I don't want
Keep
Negro
bringing
face.
Drake up.
I don't want to.
Blackface.
You are hiding a son.
Is there?
He is Dominican.
Do you sense?
Probably.
Do you feel like you have a sense of responsibility to deliver the culture and the game, being a black figure in soccer media?
100%. Like I feel like I was here. Someone had to do it, and like I got the opportunity to do it. So I feel like I have a strong responsibility to use the voice that I was given to speak for the people who can't.
Yeah.
So like I like that's like my everyday mission is to try to like bridge the gap between culture, sport, like basketball, football, everything, music, to like just really bring everything together under like a soccer umbrella.
Sure.
If there's one change that when you started, you said like, if I could do this one thing, then the soccer world is benefited. The American soccer landscape is benefited by me being involved. What would you say that is?
Honestly, I would say if I died tomorrow,
Right.
God forbid, like that Atlanta piece for
Knock
me,
on
like
wood.
I really like that was one of the coolest things I've ever done. And like we have a lot more stuff like that in the works. But really, just for me, it's about kind of bridging the gap and telling the stories that I think don't often get told,
Right.
and the voices that don't get heard. And like as much as I get a chance to do that, I'm gonna do it. So until they like take it away from me, until they grab that mic.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about when we started, like, imagine we didn't have like the desire to, but we're like, imagine like we somehow like we affect something, you know?
Sure.
Like you have that idea in your head, like imagine like we did something important ever, you know?
Right.
And sometimes people send us messages like, yo, I love listening to your show and blah, blah, blah. And it's like this weird sense of like, all right, we may not be doing a lot of things, but we're doing something.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that as a benefit and as a compliment to you is that when I watch you on Copa90, it's like, you're not just reading off a beat sheet. You know what I mean? You're not just doing what someone's behind the camera, the producer's saying for you to do. You're really having an effect. I can hear your voice through a lot of the the segments.
And you
appreciate
also
that, man. I appreciate it.
don't shy from clapping back at the fools on Twitter. Constantly with it's called football, not soccer.
Oh yeah, no.
The whole
Aaron Free Smoke West. Everybody can get it.
Which is because it does feel like once you're the face of Copa90, once you're working there and you're on camera, then it becomes like, well, you're the soccer and you're doing it wrong, and we got, and then everybody all of a sudden people feel like they got to tell you, and like Aaron's gonna be like, okay, you know what, we're gonna call it football. Everybody's gonna call it football now.
Thank you, Silver Dude 69. I guess I have to now listen to you and change who I am.
I mean, a dope name though. I'm not gonna lie. Silver Dude 69 is. I'm gonna check him that Twitter name.
Yo, his mixtape is fire.
Yeah.
I listen to it SoundCloud. Shout out.
But it's different from like just I would say probably being a writer and then being in front of camera where you're now you have to deal with the criticism a little bit more up front. Has that been something that's been uncomfortable, or are you totally fine like taking on that role?
Not really. I mean, it's interesting because like I've been on the internet. I've been like internet person for a long time, so I'm used to trolls. Like that's not an abnormal thing. Like, but now like it is interesting. Like on YouTube, a lot of our stuff lives on YouTube, and YouTube people are mean as hell.
For real, man.
And it's like we're encouraged. One of the things they say when you get into video is like don't read the comments, but we're also encouraged to go into the comments and interact with people. It's like, how are you supposed to split that? What's up, Mike?
Yeah.
No, you're good.
Mike LaBelle is just going down on the Twizzler right behind.
What's going on right now?
But like I've been on the internet for a while, so I'm like used to trolls. I've also cultivated I think an online persona where it's like I like to have fun. So like I'm not gonna be a dick to you first. But like also like if you want to start it, like we can go. Like I have all day. Like or also like if I don't feel like dealing with it, I'll literally just mute people. So it's like the muting people is the most fun in the world because
muting is the best.
They just keep yelling. They keep yelling.
Yeah.
And like sometimes I'll like check on someone will like at me in like a response to the tweet because they see it, and I'm like, oh, they're still yelling. Yeah, that's amazing. You're big mad, huh? You've been mad for a while. But
the power of a mute is phenomenal.
It's amazing. But like, I don't really have an issue with haters just because like, if I know you and you say something to me, okay, then like we'll figure that out. But like just a faceless person lobbing hate into the void. Sure. A lot of people are just angry.
Waste your time.
We
talked about this with a couple other folks here, and they're like, I think they just say the most outlandish shit just because they want to be the one that pops up.
They want because you're not gonna get noticed by most of them are like teenage boys. Yeah. Angry teenage boys. They're not gonna get noticed by saying something nice. No. And they're just lobbing hate into the void. And like if they get a response, 90% of the time they're like, oh shit.
Oh, I'm a big fan.
My bad. Yeah. I didn't know you were gonna see this. I'm a big fan. Like I'm a big fan every time. But I don't really mind it at all. It's fun for me.
Yeah, there was somebody who got on our ass because we weren't like super pro save the crew in one episode. Like we just said something but didn't follow it up with an entire segment. And he was like, "Oh, you're the problem with American soccer, blah blah blah." And I responded. He was like, "Actually, I love the show." And I was like, dude, we don't keep up on all of this, so why don't you just tag me in a couple
watcher, first time comment.
Yeah. Dude, you guys are my idol. I'm like, Jesus, why are you being mean to your idol? If like, what's something that you want to do different that's happening right now? What more do you want to do on Copa? Because Copa, like, it just never-endingly expanding, right? So you're going into all these different channels. Now you guys are in China. Like, what is it that you hope to do? Like, what's your plan?
My big push, like, in the next few months, I want to start talking to like big names, like specifically black names in the soccer world. Like I want to go after Mario Balotelli. I want to go talk to Raheem Sterling about his treatment at the hands of the media. I want to talk to all these guys about their experiences because to a micro level, I've experienced the same. Like I've played at a decent level, but like I've been black and playing soccer for a long time. Yeah. And like specifically with like a Mario Balotelli who grew up black in Italy. Like that is the story. I cannot wait to like talk to him about, like hang out with him and like pick his brain. Like I wanna talk to Raheem Sterling about how he deals with everything, his experience growing up. So I just wanna like pick the brains of people who have had kind of similar experiences, but from a wildly different lens.
That's great, man. And you speak a little Italian. That's why you speak a little bit. Pretty smooth. It's like the.
I gotta bring you to a deli in New York, my guy. We're gonna blow some minds.
Let's go.
Let's
pull it out. Pull it out.
We're Miami. Let's get it. Right? Shout out to Cuban
While
rappers.
I'm here, I should probably get my dreads dyed like purple. Just while
Matt emo, like a little sad face.
Double cup it a little bit.
Well, Aaron, dude, we wish you the absolute best, man. You're doing great work
Appreciate it, man.
over at Copa90.
We're gonna have you
And
guys
let it
on
be
our
known,
shows very
we're
soon
big
when I'm
fans.
back in town.
No doubt, man. Anytime, man.
We are massive fans, and we're so happy
appreciate
that
it, man.
you know when we started, there wasn't a lot of people that were from where we from and our voices. So it's nice to see more people in that category getting an
Sure.
opportunity. It's an absolutely wonderful thing.
Absolutely, bro.
So yeah, let people know where they can follow you, man.
I'm at AWest, AYYY_West, and Copa90 US.
Nice.
A lot of those are my tweets. Some of them are my tweets.
If you hate them, those are
if you
heats.
hate them, they're. Heath doesn't touch it, so don't yell at Heath.
Okay.
He's not tweeting from there. Don't yell at Heath. Please don't yell at Heath. But
He
if
gets
you
enough
hate the
of it.
tweets, they are not my tweets. If you love them, I was 100% involved in every single part of the creation of that tweet.
100% involved.
Honey, it was all me, all me.
Thank you, hey
My dude.
Wes. This was a
Appreciate you guys.
blast.
Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you everybody
Thanks,
for
everybody.
checking in. We got more interviews coming. Thanks so much for listening. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to the Cooligans. We got another word from another one of our sponsors. This sponsor we absolutely love.
We love.
Speaking of love,
Speaking of love, I mean, this is all about love.
don't you want to be able to do it?
Don't you wanna love from top to bottom? That's the jingle we came up with.
Oh, okay. Hey, and it works.
It works.
Because take care of your top and your bottom at the same time.
That's right.
All right, not bad.
Working on this marketing.
I just go
campaign.
rude and go, let's get your dick right.
No, it was for hymns.
Absolutely awesome product.
We've talked about them before, but look, we all know 66% of men start losing their hair by the age of 35.
Yo, that might be happening to you right now.
I think I just put my hand to my head and it's like, oh my god, there's a clump in my hand.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, then I don't know if that's.
Wait, there's also skin.
You
falling.
also live in your radioactive.
Oh my god, I have leprosy.
Yeah. But for everyone who doesn't have leprosy and is just losing their hair a little bit, maybe their hair is thinning, they've got stuff to take care of you. You can go to 4 Hymns and they got you hooked up. And maybe there's a problem downstairs, okay?
Yeah.
Maybe downstairs doesn't do what it used to do when you were a teenager. You know what I mean? They got a little pill you take, you good. Now, most people don't want to do that because they don't want to go to the doctor, okay?
Yeah.
They don't want to, they feel embarrassed. They feel ashamed to say something. They don't want to be seen going to the pharmacy, picking up them pills, trying to shove it in their pocket. You know what I mean? All you got to do is reach out to 4 Hymns. Go to 4hymns.com/Cooligans-ED. I didn't pick that name, okay?
Yeah. Alexis requested it. He
Yeah.
demanded that.
I was like, I got a good idea. How about we don't do that? And they're like, I heard you loud and clear. We're going to do that. But all you got to do is go to 4hymns.com/Cooligans-ED. Not only are they going to help you out, they're going to give you an amazing discount. Christian, why don't you tell them what that discount is?
For our listeners, you're gonna get a trial month of $5. You're starting your 4 Hymns subscription for $5, and then look, 4 Hymns is just it's a one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare, sexual wellness for men. So
Oh my God.
this is like any issue that you can have in any of these categories. 4 Hymns will be able to help you. So make sure go to 4hymns.com/Cooligans-ED, and the Cooligans will help you with your ED.
Yeah, you're going to get your hair right. You're going to get your skin right. And you know what else you're going to get right? You're going to get that dick right.
Yeah.
Go to 4hymns.com/Cooligans-ED. Yeah, baby, we're back.
We are back. Thank you, Aaron, for
Aaron West.
Aaron West sitting down with us, chatting it up out in Miami.
Just a great dude. He's one of those people that I think if you watch the videos, you get a sense, if you watch his videos on Copa90, you get a sense that he's like a good dude, that he's passionate about soccer. But it was great to actually like talk to him and really break down how he feels about what's happening in the sport and in the world. I mean, it was just a great guy to talk to.
And have Jimmy Conrad,
perfect
naked
time.
Jimmy Conrad interrupt.
You couldn't hear it, but he just walked by in the background waving his shirt. He took his shirt off and waved it above his head like a helicopter. Right away, well, obviously you heard as we were talking about issues in the black community. I mean, it was just absolutely perfect timing. And afterwards, Jimmy was like, I had no idea you guys were talking about that.
Which made it even better.
Yeah, and nobody was upset with him at all. This was absolutely hilarious. It was a lot of fun, just back and forth. It was a lot of fun back and forth. We were all having a great time. Everyone got along really, really, really well, except that one person, and you know who you are. And I'm kidding. Everyone got along really, really well. And just thanks to Aaron West for doing that.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's it. Let's move on to
Now we got the World Cup, son.
the World Cup. Is
The World Cup.
yeah. Yes, the World Cup.
World Cup.
Oh, yeah, actually, before we even get to that, we didn't talk about the derby, the US Open Cup derby, the 4-0. NYCFC, remember NYCFC?
Oh yeah, that's
lost
right.
last week.
I don't. That was a couple weeks ago, though.
No. This happened again. This is not deja vu.
What did they replay? They should have replayed.
It was an FA Cup replay.
Here's what I'm saying. Why couldn't? That's great. Why couldn't Patrick Vieira left 2 games ago?
Okay. All
I don't think Dominic Torrent would have let that happen.
That was it's a fair question. So yeah, NYCFC
More of a statement. But all right.
they lost again. They lost very badly. So, but when they play against any other team, they look fine.
They look all right.
So World Cup, the 2018 World Cup in Russia.
And guess what we're going to do? For the next 4 hours, we are going to break down every tactic of every team.
Get ready.
Yeah, we're going to break it down in one episode only. No, we're not going to do that. Look, every other podcast you've heard has done that, okay? We don't care about that.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is we're going to tell you the teams that are in the group. We're going to tell you who we think is going to move on, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And maybe we'll make fun of a few countries. Maybe a little bit of it might be a little racist. I'm just saying. We're just going to have fun with it, okay?
Yeah.
This is a comedy podcast.
This is the disclaimer for racism.
Yeah. Look, it's a little, we're going to push the envelope just a little
But
bit.
it's going to be like cheeky and fun.
Yeah. I mean, we don't mean any of it, good intentions.
Okay. So, Russia.
And remember, Christian looks like he's from the Sudan, so he can say these things.
Group A, Russia, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Uruguay.
Is Mohamed Salah playing? Do we know?
All signs are saying yes, he is.
And did you hear what he said? He was like, he didn't forgive Sergio Ramos. He said he was
as he's cutting into a Sergio Ramos doll.
Yeah. As he's emailing ISIS, this is the one to get.
Okay, well now you took it right. You took it too far too quickly. Mohamed Salah is a gentleman.
He is a great
and he's a
dude.
hero for the Middle East
and
overall.
All Muslims. I know, and more than just Muslims, everybody. And I'm really upset that Christian said that, to be honest. No, he is he's a great dude, and I hope he plays because honestly, he's the one player I was looking forward to seeing in this entire World Cup. So personally, I hope he plays. He said he didn't forgive. I think he forgive, but he didn't say. I was like, I'm not mad at Sergio Ramos. He's like, I'm just saying I would forgive because that's the right thing to do. So props to him because that's not what I would do. I would be like, nah, fuck him forever, son. If he ever sees me in the street, it's on. Props to Mohamed Salah. Better do than me.
Yeah, you've seen Alexis get angry for a coach just taking an opportunity, a big opportunity when it was presented to him. So imagine how you would feel if somebody ripped his arm out of his shoulder socket.
Again, he fell on the other arm, but it was because Sergio Ramos was like hugging for dear life onto his arm. So we got Russia, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Uruguay.
You know what's weird? A lot of people, I've been seeing a lot of predictions, and too many people think Russia's getting out of this group.
Well, I think they have the home field advantage. I think they're going to win the first game against Saudi Arabia. I think everyone's going to win.
What are they
going to?
Russia's been playing all their friendlies, been playing very, very defensive. Are they going to learn anything?
They haven't learned anything apparently. Also, they don't have much other skill, and apparently neither do we. So what am I talking garbage for?
I mean, Russia and the United States are basically the same country at this point. So.
If Mohamed Salah plays, it's Uruguay and Egypt. If Mohamed Salah doesn't play, it's Russia and Uruguay.
Okay,
not in that order. Uruguay first, top of the league, top of the group.
Sure. We'll go. They're getting promoted into
the knockout stages. Come on. The playoffs is what we're going to call them.
Uruguay should get there fairly easily. To me,
no Nico Lodero, but they've got some other talented players.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if Russia makes it through. Nobody really expects much of Saudi Arabia. But Egypt and Uruguay look like these are the clubs. So,
but for now, because of alphabetical order,
it's weird talking about the international game because I'm so used to saying club.
I'm trying to glean right. I'm trying to go right over it.
These are not close.
So you don't feel bad about yourself.
No, me not feel bad about myself, bro. Did you just meet me today?
All day, every day.
Okay, I'm Mr. Low Self-Esteem, son.
Saudi Arabia is in second place because of alphabetical order. It's the last time they're going to be that close to first. They're going to lose every game.
So Group B, who we got?
This is it right here.
Portugal, Spain, Morocco, where the 2026 World Cup is going to be.
Yeah.
And Iran.
Fingers crossed. And Iran. All right, Iran. Cinderella story here. It's great that they got in. It's Portugal, Spain all day. It's Morocco and Iran. Y'all play each other.
Well, Portugal didn't make it out of the group in the last World Cup. So
no. Here's the only issue here is
but they were in the group with the United States of America.
That's right.
So
and you know how we do. Portugal and Spain. Imagine they draw, and Morocco beats Iran, and imagine Morocco's able to draw with Spain and draw Portugal. There's a chance that one of those teams could sneak up just because they beat up on the other one.
Yeah.
Maybe like the goal differential or something.
Because there's nothing that says there's no guarantee that Portugal is gonna get a result against Spain. So they might have a tough time. They need to beat Morocco and Iran, and
if they slip up against Morocco, Morocco beats Iran by a large number, or vice versa.
Yeah, Portugal's also not this like powerhouse team.
I mean, they won the Euros.
Portugal they are the Cleveland Cavaliers of world football,
And Spain is Golden State Warriors.
Very much so.
Well, no, I guess that's Germany right now.
Germany, I don't know.
Germany, come on. Remember when their D squad like wrecked the Confederations Cup?
Yes.
Yeah. Germany is a factory right now.
But I wouldn't call Golden State a factory. That's what I'm saying.
Soccer factory. Yeah, that's right. I said soccer.
So
Come get some.
Portugal is not this squad. There's nothing guaranteed. They should get there. But they really haven't been. Even when they played the friendly against the U.S. Remember a couple months ago, that was the Horvath. That was Horvath. They didn't totally stop the U.S. So I would not be surprised if Portugal does not make it out of this group.
I would be surprised, but I could see how they wouldn't. But I still think it's going to be Spain and Portugal, first and second.
Next up,
Group C.
France, Australia, Peru, and Denmark. Now,
everybody knows what's happening here. It's Peru all day.
Peru all day. Well, we didn't get a chance to talk about this, but Guerrero, right?
Paulo Guerrero.
He's in. He's going to the World Cup.
He's allowed.
They're like, shake that cocaine dust off of you.
Yeah.
You're in this game, kid.
Maradona called and he said, trust me, this kid's a partier, but it's going to be fine.
Look, and I know some people get annoyed that because we're making jokes about the cocaine,
right?
But apparently there is there's that tea that they drink that has coca leaves in it, and this is why there were traces of cocaine. This is what they're saying, and I've seen from other Peruvians that are like, yo, this is real, and journalists shouldn't just be saying that he's on cocaine.
I get it.
They're getting very offended by that.
Yeah. All right. We're not journalists.
I know. I'm not saying.
I could look at that dude one time and know that man has sniffed something off the back of a toilet seat in a nightclub more than once. I don't care what y'all say. Come at me, Peru. Y'all my people. I love your culture. I love your food. I'm a root for your team openly during this whole thing outside of when Uruguay is. But yo, my man Guerrero. Yo, my man got the sniffles all year round is all I'm saying.
Okay. I can't really tell who does or does not do
He's
cocaine.
got a lot of good ideas for apps.
Alexis clearly has more experience with that than
You don't grow up in Newark and not know who's been doing blow. And that dude's been doing blow. He might also be drinking the tea. And that tea might also have traces of cocaine.
Yeah, sure. He pairs it with the cocaine.
Yeah. He's like, yo, let me get that sweet tea. If you know what I mean. I want some of that white mixed in. He definitely drinks that tea. But my boy also has the perico. Okay? And that's it.
But I think everyone is kind of expecting France and Denmark to make it out of this group. France is France. And we saw...
is Ola Kamara Denmark?
No, he is Holland, right?
No,
not Netherlands. The other land. Where's Ola
Switzer?
No. Where's Ola Kamara from? Why I can't remember. Ola Kamara
Here we go. It's coming up.
From Norway. No, so no end.
Norwayland. The other land. Norway.
So France.
It's gonna be France and Peru. Calling it right now.
You don't think Denmark is going to make it? They have Christian Eriksen, your favorite player from Tottenham.
Here we go. Yep, that's anger. Yep, I just want to make sure. It's anger and sadness all at once.
Nobody expects too much from Australia. They just happen to be there.
Tim Cahill is still on that team.
Tim Cahill is looking at DeMarcus Beasley and having who is going to retire first competition?
Him
and nobody.
And Rafa Marquez. All three of them are like, no, you hold my beer. No. You hold my beer.
Also Rafa Marquez making it is I don't even get it.
He's the plug. The dude got caught up in drug trafficking. He has to bring him.
He's a connect for Peru, right?
Yeah. Peruca Perez.
No, I think I think Peru has a chance. I think most people are expecting Denmark. Denmark has a pretty good.
I don't know.
squad.
I feel like Peru is going to be like the darling of the whole thing. They're going to
I
be the new
agree.
Costa Rica.
Sure, and Costa Rica is probably gonna have a rough time out there.
Over in Group D, we've got the team. I think a lot of people are picking to win this thing. Argentina.
Argentina against Iceland. Which, well, if Iceland's in the group, well then. Iceland's winning the World Cup.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
I mean, that's not a shock.
Country's got 300,000 people.
And they're all good at soccer.
They're
son.
all good at defending.
Every single one.
'Cause that's all they do. Then you got Croatia, you got Croatia, and Nigeria. Nigeria already won the Dope Kit World Cup.
They're crushing.
Can they win them games, though?
They're holding the trophy up already. But this isn't. This might be. Is this a group of death?
I don't think it's a group of death, but it's pretty close because Nigeria, if those kids come to play, they're mean, dude. They got skill.
Kids or kits?
If those kids play as good as those kits look,
Oh my God!
fire.
That's it. Give them the trophy now. This is a tough group to really figure out who's going.
Croatia's always plays tough, but I also feel like they always underperform. So Iceland can defend their way into a couple of points. Argentina has the ability to collapse. We've all seen it.
They're not going to collapse in this group.
But you know why Argentina's going to win in this group?
Why?
One reason only. Can you guess?
I have literally no idea.
Come on, think about it. I've said this name a million times on this podcast.
Sampaoli.
Sampaoli.
Sampaoli, who barely got them through qualification.
Still got them through. How much would you have loved to have Sampaoli as the men's national team coach? Thank you.
Okay, yeah. It'd be nice to be...
Got him through. Naturalized Messi.
Argentina, Iceland, Croatia, Nigeria. This is...
What are you going to say? I'm going to let you answer first.
You know what? I'm going to say... I have a feeling Iceland's going to get through.
That's crazy talk.
I think Croatia and Nigeria might be left out of this.
Oh, that's crazy talk. I'm going Argentina, Croatia.
Okay.
I think Iceland, beautiful story. Your story's over, son.
They did great in...
it's a short film, son.
In the
It's not a
Euros.
whole thing.
They look great in the Euros.
Did they? Or did they just defend well? I'm tired of people calling that looking great.
They defended well. They score when they need to, but they play with a lot of heart. That thunderclap, bro.
Ugh. It's not thunderclap. It's not a.
It's an Usher. Usher doing the thunderclap. Bro, that's what it's called.
It's a Viking clap.
So Brazil.
Ponde River, Ponde Bank. Like, hello.
Yo, Iceland players did dirty whining all day. I'm like, man, these guys are really skilled. What are they teaching them in Iceland?
Calling Croatia duppies.
Yo, they are like a bunch of Jamaican migrants going to Iceland.
Wagwan, welcome to Iceland.
Yo, why all these letters are in all your words?
Yeah, this is not a vowel in sight, man.
All right, so Group B, Brazil.
Group E.
Group E. I should just be 4 Brazils.
Yeah.
Nobody's being it.
Brazil, Switzerland, bye-bye. Costa Rica, I don't know. Serbia, bye-bye. So it's going to be Brazil and whoever the hell they don't beat by a lot.
This is called the goal differential group.
Yes, 100%. Everybody else is fighting for that last spot. Just don't let Brazil score 4 or more on you, and you're through. And I think it might be Costa Rica.
I don't think it's gonna be Costa Rica. I think it's gonna be probably Switzerland. I don't know. I don't know too much about Switzerland or Serbia. I saw
Serbia got no chance.
I saw. I've been watching a couple friendlies here and there. A few minutes here and there, and like I think there was one Serbia game that I saw, and I was not impressed at all. But yeah, it's Costa Rica. They can do this, but they just played Belgium, which is obviously one of the better teams, but they gave up 5, and Costa Rica has the
I bet you they learned a lot.
I'm sure they learned so much.
5 things in particular that I can think of.
They love losing right before the big old tournament.
I guarantee you that
everybody's
I'm right.
I'm just glad I lost so badly. I feel like I got such a wealthy experience and so much knowledge from that drubbing.
You mad ignorant, man. I'm telling you, I'm right on this.
But Costa Rica, hoping for the best. That they have 2 NYCFC players in Rodney Wallace and Matarrita, and but I don't know how they're gonna do against in CONCACAF. They do their thing.
It's gonna be Brazil and Costa Rica. I guarantee it.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be Brazil and one of the others.
I guarantee it.
Okay, now we got a new thing.
Okay.
I go rare.
You know, bullies couldn't come up with anything to rhyme. We pretty much crushed it on this podcast.
So up next, Group F. Group F me.
Yeah.
Drew.
If you're Korea, yeah.
Germany, Mexico, Sweden, and Korea.
Korea del Sur.
Korea Republic. So that's it. We got Germany out here. They're doing their thing.
It's Germany all day. Can Mexico be better than Sweden or Korea? I don't know.
I don't think so.
It might be Germany, South Korea.
Mexico just, I believe they lost to Denmark in their last friendly.
I hate to upset Alexi Lawless, their biggest fan, because he's being paid to.
From day one.
Even
when he was on the USMNT national team. From day
one of the contract from Estrella Jalisco.
Even in the US men's national team games against Mexico, he was like, I can't believe I'm playing against my favorite team.
It's kind of hard because I've been rooting for you guys forever.
Since day one.
Yeah.
Can Mexico get out of a group with Germany, Sweden, and Korea Republic? They're not. I don't. Mexico.
Stop saying Korea Republic. It's South Korea.
They're gonna have a tough time. I think Sweden. I think it's Germany, Sweden. I think Mexico is gonna. They're gonna be disappointed.
I'm saying Germany, South Korea. I
Really?
think Sun's going for it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
What up, Sun?
It'd be
I just want to keep saying that.
Be such a shame Mexico doesn't get through, but I think it's gonna be very.
You think it's Germany, Mexico, or Germany, Sweden? You said.
I think Germany, Sweden.
All right, man. I'm going Germany,
Yeah.
South Korea. You already know we're throwing other Latinos under the bus. Bang, bang, bang.
Gustav Svensson out to represent the Sounders. I think he might have a good World Cup.
They ain't got no Zlatan.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't go.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised he didn't go.
It was his last chance.
Yeah.
Group G.
Group G, Group Gully, as they call it.
The Gulliest group we got. This one's going to be hilarious to watch.
Belgium against
Panama.
Roman Torres and the country of Panama. They're changing the name.
That's it.
Tunisia.
Which is, thank you for helping us practice and train for games against Belgium.
And England.
England.
Yes, England. A great...
Great piece on Copa90.
Copa90
Ali
about
Menjem did a great job on that one.
And
it's gonna change nothing.
About the documentary piece was just basically about how English people have a tough time supporting. They don't support the national team the way
They're pessimistic.
Yeah, the way they support not only pessimistic. I mean, they outright just boo them. They have no faith in their players. I mean, it's just they've dealt.
Unfit. You're unfit. You're unfit to wear the shirt. You're unfit to wear the shirt. That's what they say.
Awful that
when
is.
they lost to Iceland. You know how awful it is to lose to Iceland?
You know how much of a dream it is to get
Hull.
get to a
Hull has more people living in it than Iceland.
I'm not saying you shouldn't be sad, but you want to put down the players and shit on them right on the field after they lose?
Yeah, son. This ain't badminton. This is soccer.
So Group G is Belgium, Panama, Tunisia, and England.
It's Belgium and England. You know what? Belgium and Panama. Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, it should be Belgium and England fairly easily. I don't know. Unless there's some more miracles that Roman Torres is the center back scoring a bicycle kick towards
He's gonna have
in
to
stoppage
do
time.
it all.
He's gonna have to do a lot. All right, but we know that after this, he can run for president of Panama right after the World Cup is over.
Are you kidding me? He could announce after a win against Tunisia, and he'll get the votes even though they don't have an election.
That's right. In a MAGA hat.
Yeah.
He'll be 100%. Fine. They will be like, no, he is our king.
But we can't read it anyway.
So let's move on. Group H. We got Poland, Senegal, Colombia, Japan.
The group nobody wants to watch.
Oh my God, do not even say anything like that because I'm going to I'm going to watch every single
watch
game.
Senegal, Poland?
No, I'm Colombia.
Colombia, there you go.
Yes. All my Colombian friends, if anybody's curious, I'm not for the month throughout the World Cup, I am a Colombian man. Okay. I'm a Colombian boy. I'm a Colombian boy.
I'm a little Colombian boy. You're a cafetero?
I'm a cafetero, parece. All right, keep up with. I am
Keep up with.
that's me now. So everybody get used to it. I'm Colombian now.
This is who he is now. Well,
Okay.
I have a Colombia jersey. I'll be wearing it just because it fits.
I'm taking your Colombian jersey. I'm
You
wearing
are
that
gonna-
one.
You and your girl are going to wear the same jersey at the same time? I think it's going to be Colombia, Poland.
Poland, yeah. Robert Lewandowski.
Lewandowski, that's it.
He's gonna bang a couple through.
And
And
after that, he's going to play a couple games.
and Colombia they should do this. There's no reason why they shouldn't.
Unless they're way worse than we all think.
This is not the toughest group in the world. They look pretty good.
Senegal's tough.
Senegal's tough.
Japan ain't easy.
But they should.
This is going to be a hard one. I could be Senegal, Japan. It could be anyone.
It's not gonna be Senegal, Japan.
You don't know.
Colombia.
And you don't know.
They have the greatest player that's ever stepped on the pitch in James Rodriguez. He is my Colombian brethren.
I can't argue with that at all.
Okay, so just get used to that. So that's it. Yeah.
That was your group H. That was everybody.
That's Group H.
H.
Look,
Well,
World Cup.
Who's winning this whole thing?
Whole thing.
Go ahead, give it to him, Christian.
The salseros in Colombia are gonna
No,
win.
come on. You really don't think that's the truth. Who do you honestly think is going to win it?
Germany's probably gonna win it, or Brazil.
It's going to be Germany all day.
Brazil. Did you see the goal that Neymar scored? I forgot who they were playing in their last friendly. The one with the dude just collapsed on the ground because he didn't know what to do. You haven't seen this goal?
No.
It's just incredible. I mean, Neymar. Defenders are. They expect Neymar to do something miraculous. That when he does something absolutely normal, their heads explode.
They're like, that's all he did? Well, I remember when he played for Santos, which, the Brazilian league is so fun to watch because defenders just start running backwards and being like, go ahead, take your time. Let's all see some highlights right now. I'd like to watch this in real time. And he had so much space to do funky shit, and he just kept doing it. He just has so much skill, and that was back then. Now he's playing for PSG after Barcelona.
Yeah.
He's got so much skill. He's older. It's just, he's absolutely incredible.
It's good to see after he came off the surgery after the injury that he suffered at PSG, and for him to look like he hasn't really even lost a step. I think he has to work on like fitness, but that's about it. But when it comes to skill, it is not. It's riding a bike. It's like riding a bicycle kick.
He's like, oh yeah. We're gonna do a couple rainbows over a couple players. I mean, that's not
he's looked amazing.
yeah. And honestly, I think it's because we hosted his fives tournament.
Yes, we were the inspiration. He said thank you. He said, how do you say thank you?
Obrigado. Obrigado a los Cooligans.
He was very grateful for everything we did.
Cooligans.
So that's it, man. We're excited about the World
I'm
Cup.
so excited for it. It is going to be non-stop soccer, and we got a couple cool things planned for World Cup. So
Yeah, there's a bunch of things we can't really say yet.
El Mundial.
And so, but one thing I would suggest is for anyone listening, get on our email list to be the first to hear about
Really big.
possible thing. We might do even maybe a little watch party somewhere at a particular game. We're trying to set that up. It's not 100%, but get on our mailing list to hear about that first because wherever we do,
We also have some other big things planned. I mean, there's a lot of potential right now. Maybe nothing happens, but I guarantee you something will.
yes,
And you need to be on our email list to be the first to find out about it, especially if you ever care to go.
exactly.
And I'm not even telling you what city is going to be in.
So again,
Also, just in case you're still listening to this episode, if you live in Portland, Seattle, or Vancouver, you need to get on our email list, okay?
Yep.
And I mean, you need to be on our email list. And if you're listening to this and you're a fan of a team that plays in Seattle, or a team that plays in Portland, or a team that plays in Vancouver, you need to tell your friends, yo, get on this email list right now. That's all I'm saying.
That's it. That's all he said.
That's all it's got to be said, my guy.
So a couple things to wrap up. Make sure you leave a comment on either if you're watching this on YouTube. If you are listening to this on iTunes, leave a review. Leave a 5-star review. It's been helping a lot. We are currently at I believe 154. It's the quest for 200. We're trying to get to 200.
200 is going to happen.
By the time before the World Cup ends, we should be at 200.
We should be at 200.
So leave a rating, leave a review, do that. Make sure you go to worldcupcomedytour.com. Remember, we are going to be across the country after the World Cup.
Omaha, Kansas City, Richmond, Virginia, Virginia Beach, Chicago, Indianapolis. There's another one I'm missing.
Do you say Kansas City?
I didn't say Cincinnati or Columbus.
Cincinnati
Those are the
and
two.
Columbus, those are the
Cincinnati.
two.
We're going to the Nasty Natty. We're
Yeah.
going to C-Bus. We're coming at y'all.
Yeah. So
Save the crew. Save the Chew. I know they just got canceled. Save everybody.
Did the Chew just get canceled?
Yeah, the Chew got
Oh,
canceled.
I knew
yeah.
a girl that worked there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, trash shows get canceled. That's how that works. Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry, not sorry. Yo, we spilling all the tea right now.
Oh, what food show do you do, Alexis?
Well, it never got picked up, but it also never got canceled. So you can't fail if you don't try to succeed. Bang, bang, bang.
So yeah, make sure to go to worldcupcomedytour.com, get tickets for those shows. If you're in any of those cities, it's gonna be incredible. We're gonna be with Total Soccer Show.
Mike Magid, a bunch of local comics are coming through. We're trying to get some other big names to come through.
It's gonna be dope. So a lot of cool things happening. Finally,
A lot of giveaways at these events too. So you gotta come through.
Super. It's gonna be dope. So is there anything else? I think that's about it.
Patrick Vieira, good luck over in Nice.
Sure. Also, make sure we're going to be doing occasionally some extra podcasts. We're going to be doing some Instagram lives as well, especially after some of the games. So make sure the World Cup is going to be important for everyone, right?
For everyone.
And we want this to be your comedy outlet for the World Cup.
Yeah,
So
and you may be hearing like additional sponsors and stuff. If it's a lot, let us know. We don't think it is.
Yeah,
we're trying to make some money.
We're trying to. I mean, this is our opportunity, everybody. We need. We're trying to sign, but we wouldn't be where we are now without the support that you've been giving us from day one. And so we're really excited. I mean, this is like World Cups for the sport in general, but for the Cooligans, this is like make or break. This is the year. It's like, do we have to? Can we quit our jobs and focus on Cooligans? Is that a thing that we can do?
I gotta get a job to quit, but I will apply somewhere as soon as you gotta say I quit. Don't you worry about that.
We want this to be our the only thing we do.
Yeah, so we can keep giving you more great content.
Stand up and soccer. That's what we want our lives to be.
And eating pizza.
Alexis has a couple more things on the agenda.
Yeah, no, pizza's involved. So please hit up our email list. Leave a 5-star review. Comment, like, subscribe. I don't know if I keep saying that. Thanks again to Aaron West for being on the show. That was absolutely awesome. And we got some more interviews coming up from that Miami event. In the meantime, my name is Alexis Guerreros.
My name is Christian Polanco.
Together, what are we?
The Cooligans!
Yurt!